Hello, hello, cousins. It has been a while. As you can see, we are back on YouTube for the foreseeable future. I don't really have a huge update about that. So if you didn't know, we were streaming on Patreon for like a month or so. And then I went to stream and the button was gone. And I'm like, it's weird. Refreshed my page. Still gone. And I'm like, okay. So I emailed support, and it's pretty much just me going back and forth with them, being like, hey, I sculpted a humpback whale. It wasn't very, like, I don't do gory nudity stuff. We are silly in the chat at times, but I mean, gosh, it's very PG. So I'm really not sure what the issue is. Ironically, the following week I got a separate email from Patreon. They want me to join their ambassador program, which I thought was really funny. I was like, okay. And I was like, yeah, sure, I'm totally down to do that. It's not like a paid job or anything. It comes with paid opportunities. We'll see. I mean, I shouldn't roll my eyes at that because I don't know if I told you guys this, but I did win a $1,000 Patreon grant for something I made. It was one of the quips that I had done. They really liked, and ironically, that quip was of me live streaming on Patreon. So I don't know. It still hasn't been solved. But now that I'm a Patreon ambassador, I do have better support or whatever. They pretty much just keep telling me that like the trust and safety team is just really slow. That's pretty much all I've gotten. So yeah, that's the update on that. I've got no problem whether I'm here on YouTube or I am on Patreon or whatever. I really don't care that much. There are ads on YouTube, which is unfortunate. Oh, I also I'm trying out the low latency on YouTube. It's a newer feature that they have. So next time someone says something in the chat, I'll read it right away, and you guys can kind of tell me what that's like. Hopefully we don't have any other issues for it being low latency. I'm also looking into possibly streaming on different platforms too, like multi-streaming maybe. So we'll see. Something in the chat. That was actually up like 5 seconds ago. I'm just slow. And then also let me know how the pinned comment is working, because something cool on YouTube is I can pin comment. So the Buy Me a Coffee menu and the Tavern menu is a little easier to access here. But if it's like Patreon where the pinned comment is covering much of the chat, let me know and I'll just unpin it. So yeah. Pin comment's working good? Good. Very good. All right. Well, I think that's everything. Hello to Paint, Otaka, and of course Cyber. Again, thank you, all of y'all have supported my work, and today is Cyber's Day, so let's get to it. Oh, I need a sip of water. I haven't talked that much today, so excuse me. Yeah, I bet 5-10 seconds sounds about right. That's why I liked Patreon, because it was like instant, but oh well. Oh well, it is what it is. All right. Today we are sculpting Cyber's character. This is Mallow. Let me clear my throat really quick. We should be good. All right. He is a halfling in his 40s, a deeply calm and wise soul. He has spent much of his life in the wild with only occasional visits to villages. During his travels, he sometimes encounters nomadic groups and inhabitants of very remote settlements. He is a profoundly good-natured character when he comes across isolated villages. He is the sort of person who will sit cross-legged to teach the children or tell them stories. He belongs to the Circle of the Moon, though this is not immediately obvious from his attire. Any reference should be very subtle, so I don't just deck him out in like little crescent moons everywhere. Gotcha. He shares a special bond with bears, his totem animal, and wears a bear claw as a necklace. During his adventure, specifically towards the end, he suffered severe injuries, a facial scar and a bite that mangled his left arm, as shown in the portrait, although quickly healed by divine magic, so it looks more like a burn. By the end of the campaign, Mallow was so at peace with himself and the good deeds he had performed alongside his friends that he was prepared to sacrifice his own life to save them should the need arise. So it gives you an idea of what Mallow is like, what he looks like, and who he is. I went ahead and boiled that down to these bullet points. I'll make sure all of these are included. And then I have my halfling base here. He's a little hulked out. That's just, I tend to have my models a little hulkier, and then I de-hulk them as needed. But we have a beautiful piece of art to reference here as well. I'm just thinking in my head. I really like the shawl that he has. Okay. This is gonna be good. I know, I have ads. Went back to Patreon. I know, I'm working on it. I am working on it. All right. Well, let's get started. It's so funny because I've obviously been working still and making lots of art, even though I haven't been streaming. But there's something about streaming that I'm like, what am I doing? Ah, yes, this is how I do the stream. So the first thing I'm going to do is kind of just adjusting his ears to match this drawing we have a little bit more. And I'll do some subtle adjustments too to the face. I also make him not bald and give him some pants. So we have quite a little list of things to include. We got some hair. But anywho, enough about me. How have y'all been? I feel like it's just been so long. Summer tends to be a sleepier time in the tavern anyway. I hope maybe some of y'all are getting a break from the heat. Let's see. I can probably modify this hairstyle here and then give it a little bit more curl. And if that doesn't look good, we'll just make it from scratch. Yes, this will be a good start. I'm fully expecting at some point during the stream to have an old frequent peasant return that's only been on YouTube and be like, where have you been for so long? And I'm like, I've been on Patreon, but now I'm back. We'll see. Yeah, so this hairstyle is obviously very straight, but it gives me a base to start with. Here we are. Very nice. I really like this piece of art that you had commissioned. It's nice. If you want to shout out that artist in the chat, feel free. And if you don't want to, I guess, feel free. It is that time of year where there are just gnats perpetually in the house. Not a lot, but I feel like because I am so pale and I just reflect light, I'm like my own little like moth to a flame kind of thing. So if you see me swiping in front of my face, that's what I'm doing. There we go, kind of softening his expression a little bit right here. Gosh, I guess I'm just gonna have a raspy voice for this stream. That's a-okay. I promise I've talked to people since streaming last weeks ago. I haven't just been sitting here in complete silence. Well, I mean, I guess during the workday, I guess, but yeah. All right, his face looks a little bit more like Mallow now. And let's make some pants. Otaka says, next month, out of 31 days, I'll be working 29. Some of it's voluntary work, but still. Whew, that is a lot. Make sure to take care of yourself. Probably not going to be seeing you a whole lot for D&D, huh? I think I remember you mentioning that already. Yeah. Very productive for the next release. Yes, the next release, my Goblin Pack, already done. So I am working on next month, which is September. Yes. I'm not sure what that theme is going to be quite yet. You can actually go into our Discord under pack designing and vote for that. I also am starting to put together, you know what, let me, oh yeah, this is half painted a little bit. Be gone. I am also, here we go. I'm working on models outside of the packs, just like this priority ticket. So models that I've just made but haven't released, I have 10 models. That's almost like a full month's release just right there. But obviously they're not themed. They're kind of all over the place. All right, we'll put our little man up here. He will be our first little checkpoint. Very nice. And we continue. So, Cyber, do you have any ideas for what kind of pose you would want for this fella? I know in the picture he's not like cross-legged, he's kind of like hunched down or like sitting. Sitting minis are a little harder to read, but I mean, it's up to you. If you want to have him sitting, I would probably give him like a tree stump or something to sit on. That way he's not so small, because he's already a halfling. Oh, sweet, you already voted. Good, good. All right, for the base, I'll grab something with some grasses, some flowers, which works well for most of my models. There we are. Excellent. Very good. Also, is your halfling barefoot, or does he have just kind of like your classic leather boots? He doesn't have to be sitting. Good to know. Do need to make his hands a bit larger. There we go. And I'll make his feet larger if they are barefoot. Otherwise, we'll just put big shoes on them. Excuse me. All right, making some progress here. Next, we're going to create this shirt and tunic. All right. Gosh, he's so hulked out right now. Okay. Do this. We don't need that plunging neckline. A little more dramatic than what we're needing. I'll make this short sleeve, even though a lot of it will be covered up by the shawl. There we go. Might be a little too low. There we are. Perfect. I would say classic leather boot. Fantastic. I have plenty of classic leather boots. It's probably my most common shoe that I use. Thankfully too, because as y'all know, I'm not a huge shoe person. Even in real life, I don't have much of a passion for shoes. Just never was a shoe girl. I wear my leather cowboy boots. I wear pretty much for everything, all the time. And then once those get super old and worn, I keep them, and those become my yard work shoes, which have tons of holes in them at this point. There we go. Oh, we have just, I didn't turn him around yet. This is the kind of model you wanted, right, Cyber? Kind of like normal from the front, little surprise in the back. Is this why I got banned from Patreon? That's so mild, though. Gosh. All right. We do want to contain the butt. There we go. He's been put away. Oh my gosh. Hello, Rock. I think this might be your first time here. I don't recognize your username, but based on how you're talking, I feel like you've been here before. You fit right in. Ah, a perfectly timed stream to distract me from being productive. Excellent. I mean, depending what you're doing, I guess you could be productive alongside it, but that's too reasonable. Yeah, that's Pharaoh Talker. That is a lot of work. Goodness gracious. Yeah, I don't volunteer much, so good for you. I volunteer just once a year. It's 2 Thursdays, so tomorrow is the last one. I help kids that are, I say that are disabled, but it really ranges all over the place between physical and mental disabilities. There's a huge variety. They're kids, and I help them ride horses and just kind of have a good time. So I get them all situated and I walk them around, and depending on what they're comfortable with or what I think is safe, We do a little bit more, a little bit less. It's really, really fun. I actually have a really cute story from last week. We do it from like 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. So by the end, I'm pretty tired because it's really hot here in Tennessee. And we were just about to load up the horses and leave. And so all 4 of us are standing there with the horses. And I was like, we'll hold out a little bit longer just in case. And sure enough, one more kid comes up. Really, really sweet kid. And he was able to pick his horse. He picked me and my horse. And so we start walking around, and he is just a chatterbox. It's great. And the horse that I'm working with at the time, her name is Breeze. And he kept asking how to spell Breeze. And so I'd spell it out. And he get a little hung up around the E's and the Z's. And so eventually he's like, you know what? I'm just going to call her Wind, because Wind is easier to spell. I'm like, that's not a problem. And at the very, very end, he asked me my name. And I let him know my name is Mia, and I spelled it. And I asked him, I was like, do you like to spell, or do you like to you know, like write, or why do you want to know the spelling? And he was like, oh, he's like, I always journal the things that I'm grateful for. I need to know how to spell your name because I'm grateful for you, and you'll be in my journal. And I'm just like, it's really nice, thank you. Oh God, it's really, really cute. Some of them are nonverbal, but you can tell, I mean, they're so happy to be there and hang out, so. It's something that I really enjoy. This is only my 2nd year doing it, but I'll definitely be doing it again next year too. Just a really good time. All right, he's got a little belt right here. I'm gonna use this flatter strap. And y'all that have been watching me for a while know that I don't like kids. I don't want kids, but I like happy kids. You know, like, I'm not a monster, so I'm trying to say. So like, if I can volunteer, I'm not gonna not volunteer just because I'm working with kids. It just is a lot more tiring for me. But it's so worth it. And I think kiddos deserve the best we have to offer. You know what I mean? All right. It always confuses people though if they see me working with kids, because they're like, oh my gosh, like, you're great with kids, you seem really happy. And I'm like, they deserve the best, so I'm happy to put out my best. But it's very, very tiring. Right? Yeah, there's no reactions on this chat either. Y'all, I'm working on it. We'll be back on Patreon before you know it. Or not. Don't listen to me. Yeah, Ataka said, yep, that's the point of doing all of this shit. Kids can be pretty cute and grateful. It's true. They can also be really mean. But I'm pretty good at like reining that in, because like I said plenty of mean, horrible stuff when I was a kid. So, yeah, you just gotta kind of redirect them, nudge them over a little bit. Oh gosh. Yep. Ataka said, I thought, and then one of the girls came up to me and thanked me for everything I did for them. It was super cute about it. I was fine with it then, right? I'm the same way. I'll be all like, it's hot and this sucks. And then like the smallest, like, I don't know, just positive thing happens. And I'm like, okay, I am now happy to be here. It doesn't take much to change my mind. You know, every time I put shoes in my models, I think about the fact how they're not wearing socks, and it weirds me out every time. I've been doing this for years and years and years and years, and I still think about it, and I'm like, ew, gosh, just sweaty bare feet with no socks. Wear socks. You must wear socks. All right, simple leather boot. Cyber, any preference on whether are the pants tucked into his boots and kind of baggy, or are the boots underneath the pant? Big boot. You can sculpt socks before boots. It's so unrealistic. It's not unrealistic, but it's just so silly and efficient. No one's going to see it. Ataka said, now that I think about it, I know kids that are nice, grateful, and mean sometimes. My favorite trio. I know kids who basically are just nice and grateful, but I don't think I know a single of them that's just mean. That's very, very well put. Yeah, exactly. Pant on the boot. like over the boot. I know I'm being picky about prepositions here. I just communication is hard. Like this, like the way that it is right now. He's got long legs for a halfling. And no knees, apparently. There's a knee. Inside the boot. Aha. I do think that will look better as well. There we go. Oh, something really nice about camp this year is that I don't know where all the ticks are, but we didn't have ticks. Well, at least not last time. Maybe I shouldn't say that because I'm gonna go tomorrow and be covered in ticks. But last year, gosh, I was picking ticks off of everybody. I have never been bitten by a tick, but gosh, have I picked a lot of ticks off of people and animals and whatnot. Oh yeah, absolutely. Cyberset, sorry, there's a comprehension expression issue while translating. Yeah, no, absolutely. I don't mind it at all. That's why I like to ask multiple times. I can barely communicate just in English. And then how's that possible? Never been bitten by a tick. Well, I grew up in California and it's a desert. So there's no ticks there because it's extremely, extremely dry. For context, like the town that I grew up in, Hanford, we got, on a wet year, we would get 9 inches of rain for the whole year. Not just last weekend here in Tennessee, I think we got 2.5 just in a weekend. We're making some pretty good progress here. I like it. I like it. Very nice. All right, we have some pant. We have some belt. I need to shrink the belt. Squeeze the shirt. Where is my brush? My brushes, I never move. Where are they? There we go. Now I can inset this here. Just like that. I've been especially zen while working recently. Though, oh my goodness, yesterday I had a bit of a moment. I was sculpting a Cavalier Charles King Spaniel, a dog. I was sculpting a dog. And it's a very difficult breed to get correct. Other than sculpting like faces, I would say sculpting dogs and wolves is like the next most difficult thing because we see them so often. Like I love cats, prefer cats, but there's not like that much variation between cat to cat versus like dog breed to dog breed. So, whew, it tested me yesterday. I had to do one of my favorite tricks, which is pretending I had canceled the request. I pretended that I messaged Indian Sky and I was like, sorry, I tried, I can't do it. And that like really freed up my brain. And then I was able to do a pretty darn good job. They're kind of like somber looking dogs. Like they're very sweet looking. They do have like a droopier like eye shape, so they always look a little sad. And not only was this a reward because she won the painting competition, it's a memorial piece. So her dog had died. So I didn't want to give her this like goofy looking King Charles Spaniel with its eyes all weird and sad. And I was like, it was so difficult. Oh gosh. Oh, so scorpions? Nope. We did not have fauna or flora. I grew up in a farm town, like dairies. So lots of flies, like so many flies, and they never really quite die off like during the winter because it doesn't get that cold. We don't get like horse flies or deer flies. It was just black house flies all the time. And mosquitoes. We had pretty bad mosquitoes. Again, I'm much happier in Tennessee. Give me the bugs, give me the wildlife, flowers, all of it. I've been stung by bees and wasps like 3 or 4 times already in the last like year or two living here, but like I don't care. Oh, did I tell you guys I got stung by a wasp finally for the first time? It's actually kind of a goofy story because it didn't do it on purpose. I was standing in the breezeway of the barn, and it's called a breezeway for that reason because again it's like the wind can come right through, all the way through the barn. There's stalls on our side. And I was in the middle, I was tacking up a horse, and a wasp was flying around. This huge gust of wind happened, and it stuck to my arm. And I watched it like a cartoon. Like, wasp got stuck to my arm, and then the wind picked up again, and it like pushed it back, and it pushed its little butt into me while it was doing it. But its little like bug legs were all like flailing while it was trying to like not be blown away. But I'm looking at it and I'm like, you're stinging me. I can't believe this is happening. And then once the breeze went down, it fell back down and it kind of just walked away and flew off and it was fine. And I was just like, ow. Ouch. It's such a silly thing. So yeah, that's the riveting story of my very first wasp sting. I don't think it was as painful as a bee sting, honestly, because bee stings, I feel like they just continue to hurt for so long. But anywho, you did not get 12 inches of rain yesterday. That is a whole foot. That would be a flash flood. You would be underwater. See, Thomas is here. Hello. Bonjour. Dogs are amazing. Yeah, I'll take ticks and scorpions over flies. Oh, I get you. Flies are the worst. Oh, it's Nifty. That makes more sense. Hello, hello, Nifty. Niftaroni. You got full name on here. I can first name, last name you right here. Assuming your last name is Thomas, which would mean you had 2 first names for a name. Oh, doggo pictures. Oh my god. I like your dog. I'm not oh my godding to that. Where's my Discord button? Right here. There we go. Cute dog. I love this. Reaper says, what monstrosity are we making this time? And Paint says, a short person like Mia. Paint, you really are just picking problems today. I'm not short. I'm almost 5'6". Oh, you are one of those first name people. I make fun of people like you. Oh, I've never been stung on my fingers. Oh no, I have actually, sorry. The first time I was ever stung by a bee, I was like 4 or 5 years old. There was a bumblebee that had died in our backyard, and so I was like, well, it's dead, so it can't sting me. So I was like investigating, I picked it up, and I stung myself on this dead bee. But I was so embarrassed that I didn't tell anybody. I just sat there with my thumb and just cried in the backyard. I don't know, it's like 5-year-old shit. I didn't want to tell anybody. I was convinced I was going to get in trouble for stinging myself on a dead bee. Yeah. Yep. All right. There. This is such a nice model to come back to streaming with. It's a Druid, which are my favorites. It's just a really nice, straightforward design. We don't have any insanity going on. It's just a good time. I'm not going to mess with the cloak too much until he's posed, but I do want a little something. All right, so it looks like it kind of, not sure how it's staying on. It looks like it pins. And I'm just being silly. It doesn't need to be perfectly realistic or whatever. I just always ask myself questions like that because I find when you add all the little buckles and belts that make it so something seems more realistic, it looks more aesthetic, but it doesn't have to be. It does not have to be. You guys hear my dog snoring? He's a little farther away than usual. We had to move his bed. So these shelves right here, I'll make my camera big while I point at tiny things on my screen. These shelves right here, Ricky built. But the corner of them is really, really sharp. And so when we had his bed right here, he would jump into bed, like whenever like, oh, do you want to like go to the studio and chew on your bone? And he rocket launches himself from the door, which is here, you can't see that, to bed. And he hit his face on that corner really bad. And we were very nervous. So we moved him over here. Oh, you actually can see him for once. I'm talking about you. I love that dog. Oh my god. Oh, you did have a small flash flood. Oh. Then maybe you did get a foot of rain. Oh yeah, it does look dry right now in France. Yeah, are you guys like under another heat dome thing right now, I think? Stay safe. Please don't melt. All right, I need to sculpt a hood. How do I do that? Do I just like sculpt a ball, then like scoop it out? Oh, I know what I can do. I will sculpt a ball, but I will not scoop it out. I will hollow it out. So first I'm going to do is lower the resolution from 8,000 points to 1, and then I'm going to ZRemesh. No, I'm going to ZRemesh. Yes. I will shape it so that it looks good. Kind of pull it over this side here, and then I'll hollow it out, and I'll show you guys how I do that. Nope. We're going to do ZRemesh by same because I don't need to lose any more resolution. Perfect. Just like that. And now I can hollow it out. So to do that, I'm going to mask this little strip right here. Bam. Delete hidden. Turn on double. And just like that, I got a little hood. Got a little pouch. I can fill that with fur details, it looks like right here. Awesome. I've never made a hood like that before. I always just scoop out the whole sphere and then get right to sculpting, and then you lose some control when you're doing that. So none of that. Let's do ZRemesh and same again. Man, we really are going low pop. There we go. I need to change my adaptive size. All right. Cyber, your character's coming together. All right, we're gonna mask this. Come here. Behave. There we go. We need like a little asymmetry goodness going on right here. Very nice. And then we'll need to give him his necklace and a few other little delicious details. Excellent, excellent. I saw 46 degrees somewhere. We will all die. 46 C to F. 114. That's impressive. That's impressive. So what is it in Hanford right now? Hanford, California. Weather. Right now in Hanford, the high is going to be 99, and then in a couple days it'll be 105. That's pretty normal. So 105 F to C, so 40 Celsius. So generally speaking, we usually get a month streak that's over 40. I think our record was like 37 days in a row or something. It sucked. It was rough. And then if it rained at all, it would just flood. Even like 0.2 inches of rain, because the ground is so rock hard it has nowhere to go. Pretty wild. Yeah. Ball, reverse inflate. No, you'll get some weird topology going on that way. It felt like Florida, but with less crackheads. That's not nice. Florida's a big place. I've also never been. All right. Looking good. Looks like he's got these feather details. We need to get that necklace and then the scar on his arm and his... Gosh, his legs are so long. You look silly, my friend. Let's fix that. You are not quite yet mallow, but you are becoming mallow. Let's shrink you up. Ah, much better. Shrink. Nope. Why does he have 2 feet? What is happening? Ah. We just need 1 mallow, please. There we are. That's a little better. He's still tall or lanky. But that's the thing with halflings that are really fun. They're just kind of like small people. They don't have as many of like the proportion changes that like a dwarf will have. Or a goblin. Speaking of, in my goblin pack that's releasing in just a few days, I had to sculpt a goblin child. And I was a little nervous for that because the way that he makes me look childlike is proportions to the head, right? So big head, little body, essentially. And if you can't do that, another thing that signifies as a child is big eyes, little head, right? Well, he has a mask on. He has a deer mask on. So I was like, how am I going to show this as a goblin child? Because goblins already have child proportions. Anyway, I did a good job. So I'm excited for you guys to see that in just a few days. Let's make these boots larger. That's better. Much, much better. Let's create this necklace. I'm going to go with a small rope. And I'll probably add some feather details too. All right. Nope. No. Stop acting like that. There we go. Perfect. That's about right. I want it to be a little on the chunkier side. Very good. And I'm going to duplicate this, mirror it. There's so many like delicious little details on this model, and I would really like to incorporate them because again, this model is not very difficult. It doesn't have any like major pain in the butt things. So, or at least what I consider a pain in the butt. I think shoes are a pain in the butt. So if you were like, I just want him to have shoes, but shoes that you don't already have, I'd be like, ah, this is the worst. All right, we need that bear claw necklace. I'm gonna go with a tooth and then modify that. Let's go with this claw here. No, yes. Perfect. Yeah, it's gonna look really good. Cool. Hey, traveler, welcome in. Aha, I'm not late. I'm right on time. Oh, yeah. Well, if I start at 1 p.m., like I initially, I said tentatively was going to start. But welcome in, welcome in. We're sculpting Cyber's character today. Otaka says, good news. I'll be at the beach with the kids when it is the hottest. Oh, good. That's going to be so fun. Gosh, my geography is so embarrassing. I'm like, you have beaches? I'm like, I thought you were in Germany. You guys don't have beaches. And I'm like, Mia. Oh my gosh. Have I seen the Paralyzed Baby update? I haven't. I've never really been like a big like Sims person or so Paralyzed isn't really up my alley, but I love that for the Sims community because I feel like y'all have been hurt and having to be at the mercy of EA. So I get you. Right? I was surprised you don't have an unarmored owlbear. Fun story about that, I did, and it's one of the few models that I just lost. Right before I exported the model, ZBrush like catastrophically crashed and then I deleted the files. It was my fault. This was years ago. It was probably 2 or 3 years into my like art career, and it just devastated me. I refunded the commission and that was that. I just didn't have time to do it again. But you're welcome to put in a request for an owlbear and I will sculpt it. Yeah. I getcha. Oh, nice. I found 2 of them. For me, I think I've only sculpted 1. Do I have 2? I have an owl cub, owl bear baby, which is extremely cute. I am very, very proud of that one still. All my baby monsters are pretty damn good. There we go. Ah, no, not yours, but I used your baby owlbear. It's pretty cute. I'm glad you're getting so much use out of those models. My models. Ooh, what a big snore. Oh yeah, he's kicking. It is time for early afternoon nap, which is closely followed by a late morning nap. He lives a good life. Add some big cracks right here. Oh, when I released the sewer serpent, Cyber, that message that you sent me with like the stat block you had made for it and just mentioning how much that you enjoyed the model, like that really makes a huge difference. So send nice DMs to your creatives because I was really tired this weekend. First day of camp and just we have other things going on because, you know, life's always lifing. And I was feeling pretty down this weekend and I happened to see your DM and I didn't respond to it because I don't let myself respond on the weekends, but it was so nice. It was so, so, so nice. In case any of you guys are wondering, you're like, what are you talking about? Look at this cool stat block they did. Wham. It's just nice. It's nice to see my stuff getting used and enjoyed. So yeah. Really good stuff. That'd be a good, it's kind of a task. I mean, my streams don't come with homework, but you should message a creator that you like and just say something nice. Even if they're like a super famous creator and you think they're not going to see it, they're probably going to see it. Obviously, don't message me. I'm not telling you to be nice to me. You're plenty nice to me. Go find someone else and go send them a nice message. It could be your grandma for all I care. It doesn't have to be a creative, I guess. Unless your grandma is a creative. Okay, anyway. If overthinking was a person, goodness gracious. Oh, it's a new familiar for your player. Heck yeah. Oh, that makes sense. Very cool. Yeah, I'm so happy with this goblin set coming out soon because I don't really have a whole lot of goblins. I like the way that I sculpt goblins too because they can be used as mobs, but they also can be used as player characters. I have quite a few people that are using them as their character. One of my good friends, Miguel, you guys know him as MZ4250, but I played D&D with him a few times and his wife is so funny and just like wicked smart, which is like the most fun people to play D&D with. But she plays a goblin named Dirt and she does like a voice and everything and oh, it's so, so funny, man. Hey, you're nifty again. I won't first name, last name you anymore. Oh, my dad has a movement called Hope. Help one person every day, and they have a TED Talk about it too. Oh, that's so... I remember you sharing that in Discord at one point. That's so nice. You really can't go wrong living like that. Alright, I need a little bead of some sort. Little detail. little something. There we go. And then I also need to add some wrappings to this tooth so it looks like it would actually stay on. There we go. Save, clay polish, nice. Just a little something. This. Excellent. Now this. So it looks like there are like these little carvings on the tooth. I'm just going to use rope instead. Because they're not, I don't have room for both of these things, but I have room for one of them. There we go. That's going to go a long way. Yeah. It's a little more flared at the top than I want it to be, so let me fix that up. Gosh, I have so many models that I sculpted off stream that I'm excited to show you guys about. I am posting on socials again. So just like little, if you've been following anything I post on Patreon, like these little quips and stuff of like behind the scenes, I post the same stuff in Discord. I'm now just doing the same kind of content, but now on video format. I don't read the comments and I'm never online. So if you leave a really nice comment or ask me a question, and I ignore you, I did not see it. So if you still want to get in contact with me, go to Discord. There we go. That looks better. I can't read the, it should have a necklace in the YouTube chat. You're going to give me PTSD. Excuse me. Oh my gosh, paint. Pet pictures, wrong chat. No paint. You are not a mod. Don't do that. I'm gonna delete both. No, you're good. Thank you, but no. You're gonna summon catfish by giving people a hard time about channels. Most of the organization I have on my Discord is just so if people are being super off topic, I can put them somewhere, you know, if they're being like constantly off topic. I really just make rules so I can tell people to stop doing things. Even if a lot of it's good natured too. All right, very nice. Got some nice details going. And let's add a little bit more detail. Insert 1, 2. Why are we not extruding on the one way that I want? Snap. There we are. Perfect. Am I crazy or I totally missed streaming on Patreon? Is this any different for you guys? It should be the same. I am the same person doing the same stuff. I just feel like the grass is greener. And now that I can't have that grass, that's the grass I want. It's a bit different, right? I feel like it's not, but it is. No, I don't feel at home here, right? Oh, I'm mad about it. I'm mad about it. Oh my gosh. I think it's like the ad interruptions and stuff. Just know that I'm working hard on it. I'm being super annoying. Yeah. Like before they invited me to be an ambassador, I actually opened another support ticket and I was like, nobody's helping me. I mean, I didn't say it like that. I was like, hey, on this day, I opened up this ticket. I'm very like mechanical in the way that I talk, especially when stuff like that. I really like the reactions on Patreon, you know? Like I love that you guys can downvote each other's comments. I think it's so funny. Right? Nifty, I'm good with anything. MySpace live stream. Nifty, you're probably the happiest person too, because it's all about being adaptable. I'll try to take a page out of your book. Yeah. for the most part, I think we can all agree that it's pretty much exactly the same. Except it's not. It's especially funny that I'm saying this because I streamed on YouTube for years and years and years. Paint, you crack me up. Add some more details here. Detail, detail, detail. I don't really need a seam right here, but I do think it looks nice. Very good. And we'll add the drapery brush, courtesy of Nifty. I think I might build up my forms first, actually, with the standard brush, and then I'll come in and do that. Yes. There's a kneecap in here somewhere. There it is. I found it. Very good. Add some more fabric folds. And vibes might be off just because I haven't streamed in a while too. It's me, guys. I'm the problem. I'm just kidding. I'm exactly the same. I did think it was funny that my voice was all raspy at the beginning, as if I haven't talked since the last stream. I've just been sitting in here. There we go. We got some shapes. Shaping. And then I'm going to have lazy radius and trails enabled. Relax. Too much. Oh, 100 lazy radius is about 50 too many. Come this way. There we go. There you go. Nice. Yay, at least someone is laughing. Always. Cyber says, so, about playing your minis on D&D sessions, I played a scenario in which a owlbear family attacked, and the centaur clan stole your baby centaur to get company for the young owlbear. Oh my gosh, my cursed baby centaur, it's horrifying. I love that it got any use at all though. Hey, check it out. Being used. My minis. Yep, there's my little baby. Awesome, awesome. And they killed both the parents and stole the baby. That checks out. That checks out. Amazing. Paint says, I just imagine the moment your stream turns off, you do a goblin sit and have like a cloak draped. Like, I do. I don't sit like this. When I work, it's a lot more like, it's a horrible habit. I'm working on it. I also work a lot faster when I'm off stream, but it doesn't mean that I'm happier. You would think it's like, oh, if you work faster off stream, you must get more done. No, I just get tired faster, and then I have like half the day left still, and then I sit here and I'm like, I can't stop working, it's only 2 o'clock, but I'm so tired. So, it's weird. This is my convoluted way of saying that I missed y'all. Also, where is Traveler? You've been so quiet. I'm used to like, I don't know, the Traveler ideas. All right, that's looking pretty good. Looking like a thing. We need this scar on this arm. I do have a delicious scar brush that's gonna really lay down a nice burn, and then we'll work on his face. Yeah. I getcha. Traveler says, I just hate you were forced off stream for so long. It's totally my fault because I could have just come back to YouTube the next day. But I was like, I didn't do anything wrong. So this is going to get fixed the next day. The next day. 2 weeks later. So that's my fault. I was just like so flabbergasted. I was like, no, this is going to be fixed. And it wasn't. Oh Oh my gosh. I was gonna tip. I had to buy glasses. Why are they so expensive? How dare you want to see instead of buying me a coffee? What are your priorities? They are expensive too. I am very happy that I can see for free. I shouldn't say that. I'm getting older. All right, I want burn. I also want more arm on him. We're gonna do some proportion adjustments here very carefully. Gonna make him look really buff. That's not really what I'm trying to do. There we go. We just need some more character here. Oh my gosh, it's Aloha! I've missed Aloha. Guys, can we stop getting banned on other platforms that I'm not around? I know! And I don't think I've touched the question of the day since you left. No pressure. Feel better. Heal. We have missed you. I did ban myself. I don't know how. And I'm like so paranoid that it must have been really bad if it's taking this long. But it's just cock up before conspiracy kind of thing. But I'm like, why am I so paranoid? I did something super bad on stream. I lived it. I did it. So I'm like, there's nothing it could be. I don't know. I'm convinced that I am very much so more of like a throw myself on the sword kind of person than like, it's not my fault. So my go-to is, that's my responsibility. Anyway, we've missed you, Aloha. If you could not melt, that would be great. And I think I'll be back on Patreon soonish. What would make the most sense if I multi-streamed on YouTube, Twitch, TikTok, all that kind of stuff, because it's a business. But that's just never really how I've seen streaming. I'm just here to have a good time. Doesn't mean I'm never going to multi-stream though. Ricky looked into it pretty extensively and got me set up on Streamlabs. Fun fact, Streamlabs is completely broken on Mac. Like, it does not work, actually. It works on some versions, but not the newest and not the oldest. It's like an in-between version that it works on. But they don't disclose that. We like messaged them like, hey, it's not working at all. And they were like, oh yeah, it's not gonna work for you. Here's your refund. And I was like, how can you legally sell this? It seems illegal. Very weird. But whatever, we got a refund and I guess that's that. All right, I want this to look like a burn, not just like disease. So as long as it's not pustuly, it will look like a burn. Obviously, I'm gonna use this as a starting point and then work around it as I need to. I want to have that seam, something nice and clear. That's a bit better. Here, I have an idea, like usual. Let me firm up this mask and then there we are. Yeah. I have been tipped glasses and coffee. So fancy. People at my email. And I just got that set up so it would pop up. Anyway, thank you very much. I super, super appreciate that. I never any pressure. And thank you for supporting me on Kickstarter too. Speaking of, if you guys haven't seen that already, I do have a Kickstarter live right now. It's a great way to get a perpetual commercial license for 6 months of my work, which is over 100 models. I was pretty floored by that. Hey, Traveler says, you deserve an extra hour. We have to make up for lost streaming time. Hey, Cyber especially really appreciates that because today is his special day. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let me get that updated. Bam. So now we're not halfway through. We are less than halfway through. Go until 3 o'clock. That is 2 hours from now. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Bam. And now we are 15. Whoop. Thank you. Cyber says thank you too. I blame Mac. Listen, I had Windows for a long time. I mean, my entire life until this, and they just all the updates and stuff. They kept breaking my stuff. It's driving me crazy. As a creative, I'm like, I just need you to work. Okay, why are we being strange again? All right, there we go. Hello, it says lots of cool new stuff in the tavern. Lovely to see. Yes. I'm like, what's been new? When you live it, it's kind of hard to think of it that way. But yeah, the painting competitions have been really fun. The packs have been super fun. Good stuff. We miss you. Feel better. Right? Yeah, coffee. I bought an extra hour, but it's buy me a coffee. But yes, thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, ad blocker should work for y'all. So that's my ad for ad blocker for y'all. I don't do it because I am paranoid about YouTube being upset with me and then not letting me stream. I had ad blocker before and it was like, we see you're using ad blocker. If you don't do this, we're gonna disable your account. And I'm like, okay, please don't. All right, so the first thing I'm gonna do is remove some material here to indicate this burn. And then we're gonna go in with some delicious, there we go. Something, a nice clear separation. And then I will start carving the shape out. Very nice. They mentioned it was like a magic damage where his arm got like completely mangled, but then it was healed pretty quickly on the spot, so it looks more like a burn. So I'm keeping all of that in mind. I'm going pretty heavy-handed with the texture too. That way you can just throw like a nice little wash over this and it'll be super easy to paint. Because it's just a little mini arm. There we go. Nice. I'm going to continue with that line a little bit. Excellent. And my favorite, I'm going to come back with the soft brush. Do some more variation. You know what? I'm not feeling the soft brush. Tubes brush is where it's at. Oh, ZBrush. Oh well. The scar was a memorable scene. If you are able to summarize it, I would love to know. Did someone say my name? I don't, maybe paint. Hard to say. It just means we're gonna have a better scar. Or it saved right before. It's hard to know. We'll have a better scar. I know better. I did want to wrap around the forearm a little bit more. So it was all part of the plan. How's that looking? That's kind of cool. That's kind of a different effect than what I was getting before. Yeah, this is actually better. There we go. I really like this clay tubes brush. It's so cool. It's the one from Flip Normals. It's very similar to the default brushes. They're just improved a little bit to feel kind of a bit more like clay. There we go. Perfect. Ricky says, Mia, Ko-Fi. Ko-Fi. I thought another Ko-Fi or just Traveler coiling Ko-Fi. Just. Nope, another Ko-Fi. Ooh, what did who get what? No, I think it's the same one. I think I got it. Here, I'm being silly because I'm not logged in. Ko-Fi, 1 second. As if I've never streamed before. I'm like, there's no way for me to know what's happening. There we go. Cyber says, thank you, Traveler, but if Mallow's already done and you don't know what to do during the extra hour, you can consider a spirit bear. Is that $100? Or $10? That's insane. I don't have a button for that. Yeah, you can get whatever you want. Thank you so much. I'm a little like stunned by that. That's a huge deal. That's a lot of dough. Thank you so much. That was extremely generous. Yeah. We're way past bonus stream goal. Spirit Bear. Oh yeah, we're doing Spirit Bear. Are you kidding? Thank you so much. Thank you. That is huge. Gosh. I'm speechless. I'm a talker and I'm speechless. Had to like look at it 3 times, 5 times, 100 times. Me being like, what's 100 plus 15? 115. Wow, we're slightly past our goal. Slightly. Goodness gracious. 5 chaos wheels. I know, 50 chaos wheels. No, that would be, yeah, we're not going to 50 chaos wheels. But wow. Thank you. Well, let me get this feller detailed a bit more. I'm gonna text Ricky. I'm gonna need a coffee for this. And I'm gonna need my fan turned up. This is a different year. So I'm like, we got things to do. I know, Maverick. Don't mind my sweatpants. These aren't usually on stream. I'm gonna put in an order for a coffee. Coffee, please. I'm so excited. All right, well, let me get him kind of detailed. And what we'll do is, obviously we're gonna detail and pose Mallow like normal. And then the Spirit Bear is more than paid for. And what a fun model to make. I really like sculpting bears. Also, speaking of, bears are Aloha's favorite animal. It's kind of like it's a funny overlap because my mod's been kind of MIA for a little bit. So it's just a lot of good little overlaps here. And we'll sculpt this Spirit Bear. I can probably do some like runes swirling in the fur and that kind of stuff. We have some good options here. That's going to be awesome. I don't want to disfigure Mallow with chaos wheels. That's fair. If we did 50, is that the math on that? There wouldn't be a whole lot of him left. So, or 10. Why can't I do math right now? Goodness gracious. Okay, so that will be a 12-hour live stream, game stream, feat stream, all in a day. Nice, Cyber. Yeah, seriously. Goodness gracious, that's crazy. So yeah, I'm volunteering tomorrow, but we'll definitely have a bonus stream next Thursday. 100%. Thank you. Gosh. Small little tangent, I know I've said thank you 100 times. I feel the need to bring this up. On Monday, I got in contact with a mortgage broker, which is the person you talk to try to get a loan for a house. I haven't tried to buy a house yet or anything, but I've been putting this off because I'm so afraid that they'll see our income and be like, you don't make enough. Is this coffee time? I hear my man's feet. Feet, man! Anyhow, and we lay out our numbers and we're like, here's what we make, here's what we want. Lay it on us. And we can actually afford a house. We're better set up than I thought. So next year, we're roomie shopping seriously. And it sounds goofy, but like the tips you guys do, I get 100% of that. It makes a huge difference because I am really frugal. We've been eating rice and beans and I'm happy to do it. So yeah, that buys me a lot of rice and beans and goes towards a house. So thank you. All right, it's bear time. Did you just order coffee as in real coffee? Yes, I also did. Yeah. Yes. Ko-Fi, the only thing I don't get, it's like I lose like 2% to like just PayPal processing fees, which is just normal. That's on every single platform in existence. I have that on Patreon too, Kickstarter. It's the same payment processing. But yeah, Ko-Fi doesn't take anything. You can opt in to support Ko-Fi and give them 5%, but I am frugal and stingy, so I don't do that. Yeah, maybe after the house. So yeah. You need a Sam's Club membership and remember to get pork tenderloins. That's a good lean protein. We go to Costco and we buy tons of frozen chicken breasts, and that's worked out pretty good. That's like $1.90 a pound. Yeah. We also like doing pork shoulders. Pork is a really good one. That's not lean. It's like really fatty. And then we'll have pulled pork and potatoes. Eating cheap doesn't have to be eaten bad. That's for sure. We kind of eat like hobbits. It's very enjoyable. Especially because Ricky likes tuna, canned tuna. Bless his heart. Ricky eats really cheap. I'm a little more expensive, but then I'm also small, so I don't eat very much in the first place. All right, where is my scrub brush? We're not going to use pumpkin blubber for this, but we could. Yeah, Costco's pretty much the same. Costco's fabulous. We live like an hour from Costco, so we only go like once a month, and then we load up on a bunch of food, and then we're done with food. I would 100% eat out more, even though I know it's not a good deal, if the food was just better. Man, you ever eat out and you're just like, this is kind of a joke. And I don't think I'm like an exceptional cook. I'm pretty good, but I'm definitely no like world-class chef or anything. But gosh, I go and eat out and I'm like, this is not great. Like, you'll never see me order a pasta at a restaurant. Give me that overcooked noodle. It's all squishy. And I'm just like, bye. Not that I ever send food back. I just want to be clear that I'm not. I would just disintegrate on the spot to send food back. I had to send food back one time because they just straight up gave me the wrong meal entirely. I can't remember what it was. I think I ordered... I can't remember what it was. Even, but they brought me out like this huge thing of like, it was like some veggie pasta. And I was just like, I can't do this. If it was just pasta, it'd be fine. But there was so much, I think it was asparagus in it. It was very odd. I was like, please. What if you were in Italy? Pasta then? Oh, probably. Ordering pizza is the biggest trap. I know. Okay, Tennessee pizza is so bad out here. I don't know why it's so bad. Any of like the local places that do pizza, it's sourdough pizza. And I'm like, can we stop making like artisan pizza? I just want normal, good old pizza. I don't want sourdough. It tastes like chewing through a baguette, which I like. But not for pizza, you know? We're talking very passionately about pizza.
Oh, good. Talking about me and Ed's?
I haven't talked about me and Ed's yet. So
yeah.
We're going home in December, and we're very excited. So it's like a 2-week trip we got planned.
Yep.
And there is a franchise called Me and Ed's. And it's a franchise, but it's only in California. I don't know why.
California Pizza Kitchen.
Yeah. And it's so good.
Yeah.
So good. Wait, you're here, and...
Yes.
We got crazy generous donation.
I know, we can retire.
No, but you got us banned on Patreon with your feet. So I think you got to put your feet on this stream too. How flexible are you? Can you get your foot up here? Oh, he's gearing up. There's the foot. Oh, 2 different kinds of feet.
There we go.
Very good.
Wave.
Okay, thank you for coffee. There you go. Is that what did it? No, I I don't think, no, I don't think, I don't know why. I don't know why. If I had to guess, it's my swearing occasionally and then auto mod going insane. Yeah. Whew, that's some hot coffee. A hot coffee indeed. Oh, the swearing is not what did it. I don't know why I'm being so shy about that. I'm like, oh. Again, I'm not like a responsibility dodger. I'm like a chronic responsibility hoarder. I've always been like that. I don't know why. And I don't mean it in like a white knight way, where I'm like, oh, I'm just such a good soul. No, I think it's like a control issue where I'm like, I would rather just say it was mine, my responsibility than not. Oh my gosh. All right. Very happy how this card turned out, and we are going to save. Ooh, we're also going to do a really quick pivot so I can show you guys this dog that I had to sculpt. That was so difficult. But first, to lower your expectations so no one's like, your dog looks really sad or whatever. I don't want to hear it. I only can hear nice words about this dog that I really stressed over. It's because it's a memorial piece, so I was like, oh no. Why are we not scrolling, ZBrush? Oh, ZBrush cleared its quick saves without asking me. I feel so naked without having my quick saves. Oh no, that means you have to just see the dog finished without me having to lower expectations first. Anyway, here it is. This was so difficult. Oh my god, it was so difficult. And I have a different version of it, I think, that looked more sad. Yeah, here it was, just like being, like, trying to be true to proportions. And I'm like, it looks so sad. So I kind of try to make it a little happier. How you doing, baby? You hear me talking about dogs? Come up really quick. Oh, good job. Come over here. You were a black void. It's so hard to see you. It's so hard to see you. I know. Since a puppy, he just, it's mouth in mouth. And I'm like, you know I hate that. Yeah. I'll ask Ricky to give you attention. Is it that time? No, it's only 1:20. You're early. You're very early. Like, just keep massaging his head. So if I move my hand, it just... Oh, you're being really good. You're not putting your mouth in my mouth. Good. I don't like that. You can stay there for a little bit. I don't mind. I don't mind. Oh, we're laying down. Okay, I got a dog on my lap. What else I want to show you guys? I think that was it. Yeah. Oh. I have something else, but I don't have it conveniently saved, so... You'll just have to keep an eye out for it. Alright, on to the cloak. Back to Mallow time. And I need to give him, like, way more hair, so I'm looking forward to doing that, too. Undecided on how much I want to detail this cloak now before I pose. My brain tells me I can't pose right now. But surely it wouldn't be that difficult. Surely it'd be fine. Alright. We're going to do a nice bit of trim, stroke, frame, mesh. Let's grab my curve strap snap. Yes. Perfect. And then auto groups a few times here. Very good. Also, I'm so glad that you snagged this priority ticket, Cyber, because I don't plan to open those up for a while. I got some other models and business plans cooking, so it's gonna be a bit till I have priority tickets available again, like a long bit. We are gonna put a lot more time into our pinup line for Spicy, because I realize I can just make them little standalone diorama pieces. I can do a pretty lady, give her like a cool terrain piece, and then like a pet of some sort. And that makes me really excited. It's just gonna be a bunch of Druid ladies probably, but I have the time to do it. And so I'm like, I got it. All right, I want some sort of beautiful decorative trim. Trim. Are we adding the feather texture on our view for his left shoulder? Yes, Nifty. Where is it? Freebies? I think they're just individual leaves, actually, and I am going to add those. Spicy. Oh, good heavens. Yeah, I know. Then I'm really not going to be able to stream on Patreon. I call it spicy arts, but it's like true pinup, which to me just means like there has to be a tastefulness to it. Like that's like the whole fun thing about like old pinup ads were mostly selling like makeup, you know? It's not supposed to be just like, not that there's anything wrong with that. I want to be very, very clear. I got no high horse to be on by any means. It's just not the kind of stuff I would want to make. I don't think it's pinup. Alright, where's my contrast slider? Where are you, my friend? There you are. Perfect. I don't generally stream pinup models, but I might. I've been toying with some different styles recently. I think all of you guys have seen my mushroom lady that I'm working on. I don't know what kind of pet I would give her yet either. It'd be fun to give like a funny little mushroom. I have a rose spirit, like a rose baby monster. I'm gonna go ahead and grab that from my vault if you guys haven't seen it, because it is just the cutest thing ever. Yeah. I agree with both of you. I see some texture with individual leaves on it. Yeah, perfect. I'm gonna do both, because both more is more. Oh, that's right. Paint is also working on a pinup. I'm going to show you guys this little rose critter because it's just so cute. This is in the vault right now. If you support me on Patreon, you have access. But check it out. It's just like a little rose monster baby. I made this inspired from the adult version. Not that kind of adult, like literal, it's grown up. This one. Yeah, so I made this first. This was a Valentine's Day special that I did years ago, hence the old style render. And then I was like, we need a baby. And that's why we got the baby. So yeah. Makes sense. Makes sense. Here we go. Perfect. All right, so this model doesn't really have, or this tunic doesn't really have trim on it, but I would like, I just want it to look as nice as possible. Let's add some stitching, because more is more. What kind of stitching can I add? Making something just nice and simple on the edge here. Something small, yeah. Just enough to catch a little bit of paint. You know what I mean? We're not going to be able to see that. And I don't even need to have stitching here, really. I don't think I'm going to like that one as much. I just want some fraying, like what's going to match this. It's incredible how much these little details and adjustments add to a model. Go ahead and sharpen that up just a touch. Perfect. Perfect. That's already adding a lot. And then we need to give him some sort of like pouches and stuff, yeah? Cyber, does your character have a lot of trinkets and whatnot? Yeah. What about a leaf stitched emblem or a pattern? We could do that. We could do anything. Look at options. Maverick, I'm gonna have to move you because you are so hot. Very happy that you're hanging out. but goodness gracious. Why are you 1,000,000 degrees? All right, put your little head up so you can say bye. All right. Woo. There he is. Oh, wow, you look especially goblin-y and ugly right now. I know, you don't have to look like that. Why don't you put your head down? There you go. Are you looking at my work? You judging my work? Oh, gosh. Okay, he usually looks a little sharper than this. Where are your brain cells? You look absolutely head empty right now. Okay, no. Get down. Thank you, sir. That was very graceful. Yes, it was. Yep. Gosh. Oh, man. I know you're stinky. Why do I stink now? Okay. Very good. We're well past a nice little checkpoint, so I'll go ahead and do that. There we are. Awesome. It's like they're holding hands. Just like that. Nice. And we continue. I want to start getting some face work done here. And some more coffee. I know! Do you want to go hang out with Ricky? Yeah. I'm gonna take a 5-minute break, deposit my dog, and then I'll be back. Again, grab a drink, grab a snack. We got another, I think now we're barely hitting the halfway mark of the stream. So lots of good stream to go. I'll see you guys in the 5 minutes. I am back. I have no dog, and now I'm in shorts. It is very hot here. The coffee is not helping, but it's just such a good vibe. And then Cyber said he's a very simple wanderer. He doesn't have custom clothes, very natural texture. So not sure about an emblem. Okay, that's good to know. Let's create Mallow's face. It is time. All right. Biggest differences: hair, jaw shape, no wrinkles, no scar, ear shape. Okay. I'm gonna save and cooked. I'm gonna go with the things that are gonna have the biggest impact first, which honestly is ears. Love me a fun ear. Bit of a wider nose, a bit more downturn. Just the smallest smile. And then we're gonna have some, bring out that nasal labial fold. More of a thin lip too. And really just, I want the kindness of this character to come through. So I'm going to mask his eyes. There we go. He does have two. And I'm going to make this upper lid a little heavier. A little more relaxed. And a little bit thicker. Eyelids are just so much thicker than you think. When in doubt, if you're sculpting, make the eyelids thicker. There we are. Bit of a downturned eye. Yep. And there we go. All right, I already made some pretty big changes here. We don't want to lose the structure of the nose though, so let me bring back the bulb of the nose and redefine the nose bridge. Very good. His neck is a little too thick right now. There we go. We need more of this taper going on here. And now the hair. Very excited for the hair. Perfect. I don't think... I have a feeling this hair is not going to be worth working on and that I just need to do it from scratch. Which I have no problem with. So I've been asked before, it's like, why don't you just do all your hairstyles from scratch? And the reason is because you tread a lot of like the same ground. So it's kind of an efficiency thing, because time is money, honey. But also, if I'm not having to retread that same ground, I can put my time into something a little bit more unique, is the best way I can put it. So right now I'm going to start constructing like his bangs. And raise up this hair shape a bit. He's got much more of like a shaggy hair look, but nothing covering his eyes. There we go. Let's scrunch that up. Boop. Feels good to be streaming again. It really does. And let's start getting this curl pattern in here, which I'm very partial to myself. Y'all have curly hair or straight hair? Curious. I mean, a lot of you guys watching are men, so you cut your hair so short, I guess it doesn't always necessarily matter. All right, duplicate, mirror. Very good. And one more in the center here. Bam! That's like totally transforming this already. Yes. Yeah, the curl. I'm excited for that. Straight that goes to a wavy curl, but I trim it and trim it bald. So you just buzz your head. All right, I don't need this. I have some options here. I don't like the brain shape right now. Really excited to construct these curls though. Very happy with the way the bangs came out. Actually, it's giving me more hope for the rest of the model. Or reusing this. I have plenty of hope for the model. That came out very somber. Yeah, Mallow's hopeless. Sorry, Cyber. Try again. Oh gosh. This little curl segment here is so nice. I think I can repurpose it quite a lot. Curious what I can do with this. Otaka says, I have long, mostly straight hair, sometimes a bit curly. Yeah, I've seen pictures of your hair. I'm a genetic mutant, Traveler says. My hair grows extremely thick to the point fully grown out can stop water from hitting my scalp and ruin scissors. Sounds like you're a bear. A poofy artist hat, maybe. That checks out. Very good. I really love how this artist drew his hair curling forward right here. I really like that movement. All right, mirror and weld. And I do want to flatten these ears just a touch more. There we are. Traveler says, and yet I can't grow a decent beard for the life of me. That's my husband. Ricky is in the same problematic boat. He wants to, and one day he will, and then he'll be beard man forever. But for now, nope. Let's add some curl going the other way. I want more curl. I want some drama in here, so I'm gonna, there we go. Create this arc. And then I also want to tighten this up a little bit. It's kind of the beauty of having these individual strands. Oh, to all my students watching that are, don't do this, because like I know I'm manipulating individual strands, but it's because I already have my like hair chunks kind of figured out. That's one of my biggest things I say, whether you're sculpting or drawing hair, like don't think about the individual strands. So I always have to put a huge disclaimer when I know I'm doing something that could easily get confused. So yes. Is a glorious Viking beard too much to ask? Apparently. You can just make a beard out of all the hair from your head. You can just like a beard wig. I'm sure it's a thing. Yeah? Otaka said, I'm always thinking about doing some kind of Viking hairstyle with some parts shaven, but I'm coward. No, don't let that hold you back. Just do it. Here's the fun part. Because the kids, when they see you look different, they're going to make fun of your hair regardless. It's just kids. They see different and they're like, ah, you cut your hair. It could be a joke. It could be a good thing. Who knows? They're kids, right? So you could do anything. I never got more positive feedback, especially from kiddos, than when my hair was neon pink. I've had my hair like every color under the sun, pretty much. Yeah. Oh, gosh. Coming up pretty good. Hey, Ian's here. Do as I say, not as I do. Funny you say that, because it was before I banned myself on Patreon. I did a good job there. We don't know why yet. But anyway, I had this whole little bit on my stream where I was like, whatever you are, just don't be that. Just be the opposite. But I didn't realize how crazy it sounded until people pointed it out. Anyway, wow, I'm not doing a good job summarizing this. Good to see you in chat again. It's been a little bit. Hope you've been good. Yeah, things are really good. Things are really good. See, Nifty, it's comments like that. You're who got me banned from Patreon. I can't wait to find out the actual reason. It's going to be something so dumb. And I can't believe that a week later they were like, you should be part of our ambassador program. We think that you represent our brand, this and that. And I'm like, okay. Ian says, yeah, I've been busy. Good to see you. And you banned yourself. I guess, I don't know. And so the last stream that I did, I sculpted this really cool like humpback whale and we made it really fantasy. And the whole time my husband was actually sitting in the seat behind me. He's usually not in here ever. And his feet were in the stream, but nothing else. Which is very funny. So we did like a lot of joking about feet and I think that might have done it. I think I might have gotten flagged for like an adult account. We didn't say anything nasty. It was just, we were literally joking about feet. We might have said the feet man like 1,000 times. So I think that's I think that's what did it. I don't know. I don't have feet content. I feel the need to say that. Nifty. Yo, I never joke about feet. I'm pretty sure you were what caused it. They will not say why. I don't know why they won't tell me why. They should, because then I'll just not do that thing. I'll be good. I promise. It's not affecting my income or anything like that. I just can't live stream. I'm not like banned from Patreon. I just can't live stream on Patreon as if I'm an adult account. But I'm not. I've said like 100 times I'm kind of paranoid. It's because I swear, which I haven't sworn once in this stream. So paranoid now. But Traveler has been very clear. It's like, there's no way that's it, Mia. And I think Traveler is right. I don't know. I'm having a lot of fun with this hair. Look, it's coming together. It's looking good. I need to fix his face still a little bit. He is the footman now. Yes, my husband is the footman now. And he does have these ridiculous, huge hobbit feet. It's very fitting. Yeah, feet. It's a touchy subject, apparently. I am so dreading the email that I'm gonna get explaining, like from their trust and safety team, saying why I was banned. Like, I'm just embarrassed already. Whatever it is, I'm already embarrassed. I remember when we were young, one of our first apartments we got, because, you know, we had to pay for our own internet. So, like, you can name your router and your password. I can't remember what it was exactly, but at some point we had, like, issues. So, like, Xfinity had to come out and, like, redo something. And he asked us what our password is. And long story short, it was some combination of, if you play Minecraft, God, this is so embarrassing already. Diamonds are a very valuable resource, like most games, and you can make diamond tools, but it's never worth, it's never worth having a diamond hoe. So it was some joke of along the lines of don't waste your diamonds on a hoe, but like it was just like a literal like farming tool. It was very embarrassing. After that, I changed our password, and now our router is not fun anymore. Anyway. And the guy didn't laugh at all. It was horrible. He was like our age-ish, and I thought for sure, and I clarified, I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, it's a video game thing, it's Minecraft. Everyone knows what Minecraft is. Like, and he just completely deadpanned us, like, okay. I was like, oh my God, kill me. It's so embarrassing. Oh God. Especially now, I feel like saying Minecraft, it feels like what the young kids are playing. I don't know. I don't know. Gosh. It's 100% an accurate statement, right? Huh, gosh. Yeah. I assure you that man has heard worse, far worse. You're right. You're right. God, I'm such a goody two-shoes. I've always been like that, too. You know, I only snuck out of the house once when I was in high school. And it was like in the middle of the night, like 2 in the morning or something. And the next day, the first thing I did was tell my dad. And he was like, why? And I explained why. Like, there was actually some good reasoning for it. And he was like, okay, don't do that. And I was like, okay. I don't know. I don't know. You know, that's technically not the first time I snuck out. The first time I snuck out, I was like 7 years old. And I wasn't even in school yet. So I had to have been like 4 or 5. Anyway, my parents had slept in because they both were working night shifts. And it was like 9 or 10 in the morning. And this is when we still lived in town. And the ice cream man went by. And it was just in my head. I really, 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 really needed an ice cream that day. And so for some reason, the ice cream truck goes by, and I'm thinking I can go, that he's just going to stay there forever. This plan, again, was not very well thought out. So our front door had a deadlock that was towards the top. It wasn't like child-proof. It was just like one of those double doors. So if you undo the bolt at the top, both doors will swing open. Anyway, it's very tall. So I took my little giraffe chair. It was just a chair. It looks like a giraffe. It was like painted brown and white spots. And I wasn't tall enough. So then I stacked a bunch of books that I had. And then I climbed top of that to undo the bolt. And that was the first time I snuck out. And then I just sat in the yard because the ice cream man had been gone for probably like a half hour because I'm very slow. And then I went across the street to my neighbors. And I just sat in front of their door for like an hour until they opened it. And they're like, oh my God, is something wrong? And I was just like, no. And then they just brought me home. And that was that. Did you guys sneak out as kids? Were any of you more interesting than me? Amazing. It would not make a good product, Nifty. No. I'm telling a story over here and you're still on feet. No feet. I'm gonna have to ban. I'm gonna have to put feet and foot is one of my banned words. No, I can't do that because then you guys will just think of a different word to use and you'll know what you mean. Yeah. We're gonna do one more mirror. Yeah, no. Ian said, I grew up with an ex-Navy SEAL. Sneaking out was not an option. Yeah, no. Absolutely. No. Yeah, rip to you. Sorry. One of my best friend's husband, his dad was a Navy SEAL, so it's fun hearing his stories as well. Very similar. Yeah. Ataka said, I always thought about getting away, living in the woods and stuff. That's fair. That's fair. I did move out as soon as possible. I mean, I love my dad very much, but it's easier to not live together. So I moved out when I was 18, but I only was able to do that because I had a full ride scholarship. If it wasn't paying for my whole existence, I would be home. And like every time I mention that full ride scholarship, I feel the need to mention that I did lose that my last semester. I did not maintain a 3.5 GPA. I was like 3.3 or something. But I don't know. I always like noting stuff like that because I don't want anyone to hear that and be like, wow, you really just had it all figured out. I'm like, no, make tons of mistakes. Very normal. Not a big deal. I think it was my second semester of freshman year I called my dad and I was like, I'm not keeping the scholarship. I'm going to lose it. He's like, oh, do you have a hard class? I was like, no, I'm just looking ahead at how many units I have. There is no way I'm going to manage to keep this. I'm going to do my best, but I'm just letting you know I'm going to need help paying for a semester or 5. Ended up only being 1, so I'm proud of that, but yeah. All right, we got some good crazy hair going on here. Love me some good curls. We'll be moving on from hair somewhat soon. I'm just having a really zen time right now. Telling you guys all kinds of goofy stories from sneaking out for the ice cream man or sneaking out when I was in high school, my one time. Otaka said, the best I did was grabbing my favorite reading one afternoon in the forest because I was mad. That's very wholesome. That's really cute. You're like, I'm going to run away and go read in the forest. You were a good kid. Nifty says, I've done pretty much all that's forbidden. Yeah, so when I asked that question, you were excluded from that question. I knew your answer already. Non-stop party, really. I could never. And it's not even for like fear of consequences. I don't have that, I guess. Traveler says, I didn't sneak out as I recall, but then again, largely unconsidered odd. I just view a lot of my childhood as irrelevant and just disregard it to free up hard drive space in my noggin. I'm sorry. Let me get this straight. You were like, ah, cool, childhood is concluded. I'm gonna delete that for more adult memories, like just future memories. You don't have to do that. I think it's like you can have both. Oh, that's really funny. I didn't say anything about feet, and still thou shames me. I do. What is the opposite of thou? Like I. What is I in like Old English? Is thou? Because thou is like you. I don't know. I don't know. My heart, my soul. Yeah, I think Nifty's okay. All right, I want a more of a neutral expression here. Lowering these eyelids are gonna do a lot for me. Yes. Oh, the face is so sensitive. I want a little more definition here. Love me a good wrinkly model. Let me grab my move topological and see what I can do with these lips. What do I want to do with you? Something in between these two extremes is where I need to be. I'm just not totally sure where it's at yet. What do you think, Cyber? I think this really encapsulates Mallow. This is like, well, he's a druid. Can he wild shape? No, you said it was a circle of the moon, right? I don't know if they have wild shape. You know, I haven't played as a druid very much, despite them being my favorite class. I've only played as a druid once, and it was like a campaign that fell apart pretty much immediately. So, I don't know anything about actually playing a druid in D&D 5e, funny enough. I played a ranger. I don't know. Oh, that's rough paint, yeah. Traveler, no, I need memory for new things. That's fair. That's also fair. All druids have wild shape. Every one of them? Really? Oh boy. Oh gosh. Nifty says, I kind of screwed myself, I think. One day I'll share something personal in chat and you all go, oh, it's that crazy old Nifty again. Yep. Oh my gosh. Traveler said, Mia, did I get you the entire zip stuff for Sands of Doom yet? I think you shared it in the Discord, but I did not download it, if I'm being honest. I just kind of like whiffed it. So I would like research materials, yes. Absolutely. We can just do the one necklace. Fine by me. I kind of liked the clutter on this one, but this will make it more clear. Yeah, I think you're right. Boom. It has been done. What about some pouches on his hip? I'm pretty happy with how far his hair has come. I still don't have the proportions correct on this shape. Oh my gosh, by your temples. Because he's got kind of this little flick of hair. I'm going to duplicate this, and then I'm going to grab a section of hair. No. Why have I forgotten what I'm doing? There. Nice. I'm going to flip this 180 degrees-ish. Just going to flip it the other way so I can get some of that flick on the side. Yes. Yes, of course. He has to pack things. What sort of things are in Mallow's pack? Inquiring minds would like to know. Drink. Probably like food rations if I had to guess. Maybe components for simple spells. Mirror and weld. Now he's got little hair horns. Make these asymmetrical, because always asymmetrical. Wait, if I move both of them the same way, they're not asymmetrical anymore, then they're just the same thing again. There. And then scoot this back to where it's somewhere where it'd make a little bit more sense where it's coming off of the head. I always love when I'm making a bunch of changes on a model, but I've made the changes so much that I have just gone full circle to back to where pretty much just a mushier version of where I've started. As I've gotten better at sculpting and understanding shapes, which will be a lifelong endeavor, I do it less. But every now and then I'm like, man, I am just where I started again. Oh, very good, Traveler. I said excellent, as most of my requests are coming from it, or rather based on it. Very exciting. I like it. Yeah, Herbalist, or Arborist components. He is the precious 300 gold diamond, ready to save his friend. Very nice. Gifted by the queen. Very nice. See, these little hair flicks? They do so much. Oh my goodness, the power of a little flick of hair. I have a million hair chunks right now, so even though I'm probably gonna do more work on the hair, we are definitely at a point where I need to go look at something else. So I'm just going to polygroup these together and then merge them down into a subtool. Could I use a folder? Yes, I just never use folders because I cannot trust myself. Every time I delete a piece, it's the wrong thing, it deletes the whole folder, which doesn't happen if you just leave the folder open, but I don't do that. I think they've changed that in a newer version of ZBrush, but alas, I am still on old version of ZBrush. Which I am going to have to figure out because it's not going to be supported on Mac in about a year. So I'm either going to learn Nomad or I'm going to pay for ZBrush. We'll figure it out. I will say I've had a lot of fun with Nomad, just trying it out here and there. It's not going to be as fast, obviously, for me because I'm so used to the ZBrush. But it is fun trying out different tools. I honestly know enough of Blender to even just use that. As much as I joke about Blender on here, I think Blender is fantastic. Just in case you all ever missed that, that is a joke. Blender is great. All of our renders that we use for our graphics for like our whole business are done in Blender. All right, we have big fluffy hair. Eyebrow. We don't need that colored. Very good. Ian says, if you need help with ZBrush, man, I might know a guy. Oh yes, you are. I guess I also know a guy. No, guys, I don't think he's talking about piracy. Before you guys get me in trouble, Ian works at Maxon. Please behave yourselves. Or you did last that I remember anyway. Because you traveled and taught. Last I heard you were in Amsterdam. Yes, you do. Yeah, right. You know, it's funny you say that because I think it was like a few months ago when the announcement came out that was like, oh, Intel-based apps won't be supported on Mac for the old version of ZBrush, yeah. And I told my dad about you because he knows, he followed a bunch of like streamers and stuff when I got into this, so he actually knew about you. And I was like, yeah, Ian was in my chat. My dad lost his mind. So when I first mentioned that, he was like, oh, you should talk to Ian about that. And I was like, no, I'll figure it out. Right, I'll message you later. Thank you. Oh, cool. Just got done with the Japan trip a few weeks ago. Very cool. Very cool. I'm curious. Are you like, do you know? Are you multilingual? Like, I don't expect that you taught ZBrush in Japanese. That would be very challenging because as far as my understanding, Japanese is one of the languages that is farthest from like English structure. But I was curious if you did know any other languages since you travel so much and you do teach. I'm pretty sure a lot of that's just taught in English anyway, but I don't know. Figured I'd ask. But seriously, please reach out anytime. I will. I will. I'm getting better about doing stuff like that. Thank you. Reach, Mia. Reach. I know, Nifty. I'm doing the things. Nifty, as much as we make fun of you, you have been super helpful. I don't know. Oh, you can't see it on my screen. But I have the 2 brushes that you shared with me that are so cool, like Pumpkin Blubber and the Drapery brush. I have both of them permanently docked to my UI, which is saying something, as I only use like 6 brushes. So, yeah. Just Lingual's here. Hello. Hello. Just Lingual, how are you doing? I know you got like big kid job now, and I feel like that's a lot. So, I think about you. I check on you. Oh, I forgot to meet with Matt. I had someone at Nunes was talking to, I didn't. Because I have an alarm on my phone to yell at one of my students, which is just Lingual, who's here right now. And Matt. Hello. This is the first time I have ever forgotten to meet with my student, Matt. You know what? I'm going to make up for it right now by telling you guys that they have a Kickstarter that's live right now. I've been working with Matt for 2 or 3 years now. Today is the first day I've streamed in 2.5 weeks, and apparently that's all it took for me to just, my brain completely fall out of my head. Oh, that's so funny. Alright, I'm gonna put this link right here, just to let y'all know that my student, Matt, has a Kickstarter going, and it's fantastic, and he's great. So, there you go. Perfect. Empress is here too. Hello. Oh, and Matt's in the stream. Hi, I just DM'd you. Hope everything's going good. Yeah, nice work. Just Lingual said, I've been working an easy big boy job, so I'm pretty not stressed. Okay, good. Assuming that's not like super thick sarcasm. I think you're good. Good. Very good. I just like to check, because that's a big change, you know, going from school to not school. Matt, you're fantastic. Thank you. Also, Empress, did you need any help with rendering? I know I gave you a wall of text response in Discord, but you didn't say if you wanted that Blender scene or not. So if you want it, DM me, and I will send it over. And by me, I mean Ricky. Yes, you're super welcome. Anytime, any shout out, absolutely. I can do a Kickstarter update on my project about yours too. I just completely forgot. Yeah. Traveler said, this is a good Kickstarter. Alas, there's no merchant level. Maybe you can talk to Matt about that. Matt's super awesome. Emperor said, I just wanted the videos that you use so I can learn myself in case something breaks, but also I wouldn't mind having it. Very good. I have to, can you just DM me right now saying want scene? Otherwise I'm not gonna remember. That's a wild sentence, just Lingual. I want a year of lazy first after school. I want that for you too. But very good. Things are always kind of quiet during summer. That's pretty natural. People get hot and they get tired. And I feel like we all do our hobbies a little bit less. But I just wanted to make sure that you were good. Gosh, I have not worked with my horse in like, I'm not even gonna count. It's been a long time. That first ride back is going to be super fun. Actually, it probably will be. I've trained him. He's a good boy. Do you guys have any hobbies that you just completely drop for like a quarter of the year because of weather or just happens every year? I'm curious. Like for me, I don't crochet in the summer. Winter is crochet time. And for some reason, like I just bought a bunch of really cool yarn for this big project I'm going to do. I'm going to crochet some cows. But anyway, I can't do it right now because it's July. It makes no sense. There's no rhyme or reason for it. I wanted items. Dislingual said, I did sculpt by the end of the week, but it was really bad. Good. Good job. All I hear is, I did sculpt this week. Awesome. Forge of Many Things, says the Traveler. I do merchant levels through tribes. If you want to talk a custom agreement, I'd be happy to chat. Just letting you guys know. Matt, Forge of Many Things, super, super cool guy. Super worth it. You never have to worry about his models not printing or having an issue or not looking gorgeous when his stuff is some of the easiest stuff to print and paint. Like it really just lends itself well. Great proportions, great details, big details. So you really can't go wrong. You really can't go wrong. Where is my packs? Packs. I think these rounder packs would suit Mallow better. I don't like most Druids. I just don't want to cover him in a bunch of like metal buckles and stuff. I just don't think it suits them. I really like his hair. Is that Forge of Many Things on my mini factory? Yes, that is correct. His tribes right now, he just released this like scene with a bard in the full stage and theater, and it all keys together. It's pretty insane. Paint. No. Ian says, I play drums in the winter because my garage gets too hot. That's very fair. That's very fair. My husband is a drummer, but we don't have a set anymore because as you move, it kind of becomes a mess. But we'll like actually have a house next year, which is really exciting. So probably get another drum kit again. Scare off all the deer. Poor things. Okay, what is the boat crab and crab boat? What are we talking about? Now 2 people have said it, and I don't know what we're talking about. On the Kickstarter. Oh, duh, yes, thank you, Cyber. I know what we were talking about. So, one of my biggest strengths is the fact that I can work very quickly, very efficiently, very densely. One of the downsides is I have one topic in my brain at a time. I do not multitask. So, as you can tell, if things are not perfectly in context, I'm just like, what? This is just a big scheme for me to make you guys look at this Kickstarter. Oh, interesting. Drone racing. Very cool. That's super cool. So what's the story of this model? This is Mallow. He is a male halfling in his 40s and a very, very kind soul. The kind that will sacrifice himself for the party. It is Cyberchat's character. They're a druid, Circle of the Moon. They have a really deep connection with bears, their totem animal. And that's why they have a bear tooth necklace. And they'll also be probably sculpting a spirit bear as well. So yeah, that's Mallow for you. Just a really cool, easygoing, good-natured halfling. I don't think he has a big secret gimmick. I think he's just really nice and just a good old straightforward halfling. Of course, Paint, thank you so much for stopping by. Gonna add these little beads right here. Kind of brings all of that together, how it's gonna sit. And then I do want the leaf details. Let's do that. Otaka says, I tend to paint mini/bigger statues a lot and then drop it for weeks and months. I have noticed that about you. It's like you're either posting constantly about painting or not at all. I'm gonna change this to continuous C, and then I'm also going to lock start because that's been helping me out a lot recently. Boop. And I'm just gonna do this on one side and then mirror it. I find that to be easier. This was my plan on how to do it, but now that I'm doing it, I don't really like it. Would I use this for detail instead? Or I use a trim brush? I'd use a trim brush. Actually, I don't want to do it this way. I have a different way I want to do it. Instead, I'm gonna do this. Make these a little bit larger. And I will attach these leaves on here instead. More. There, something really simple. Mirror and weld, please. Thank you. Delete that. Great. Yeah, I already like that quite a lot. And then I'll add these leaves, which I should have under my items, or God forbid I sculpt a leaf. I could do, I could do that. But why if I don't have to? I also have some feathers I'd like to pin to his, not a cape, not a cloak, not a poncho. Oh, goodness gracious. Shawl is the word I'm looking for. So many words that almost mean the same thing. Oh, this is starting to get really fun. I love adding all these little details. I do kind of want this to be asymmetrical. And I also want some little secondary details to kind of pop out here. 1, 2. Great. Those are really big. Less big. That's better. Very nice. Sounds good, Ian. Always good seeing you. Ataka says, I mean, I also post like 30% of the stuff I paint, I think. How dare you not share every single creative endeavor you've ever done in my Discord? Come on. Oh, good. Traveler back the Kickstarter. Yes. Good stuff there, even for personal use. Matt is very thankful. I am also very thankful. Always be Grifton. Always. That's Traveler's joke saying. Just makes me super happy. Oh, good. Cyber's going to back it too. Yes. Bam. There you go. I feel much better about... I think this is quite possibly the first meeting I had completely just forgotten about with Matt. So I feel much better because sales are more important than me giving you a couple tips on your Kickstarter. Yay! Ah, so happy. Awesome, awesome. Oh my gosh, yeah, if you don't have a lot of scenery, like, Matt is your guy. Yay! Ah, so happy about that. Seriously. Love it, love it. And I don't shout out just anybody. I think you guys know that. The amount of detail and care Matt puts into making sure his stuff prints is crazy. Like, I test print all my stuff. I have every model from Clockwork Conspiracy right here in front of me, right? Matt takes this to a different level. If he can make a version where he can key it and make it clean, he'll do that instead. Every time, which is gorgeous. I don't do that. So just know that if you buy anything from him, it's going to be bulletproof. And if it's not, you could just ask him a question. Like, he's not going to get defensive and weird about it either. He'd just be like, oh, okay, let me look at it. Really nice. Just Lingual is also backing it. Yes, this is awesome. Everybody back. I think you can do a custom pledge just for $1 too. If you're just like, I don't need these models or I don't have the money right now. Just having the backer count go up for his project would help a lot. Heck yeah. And just keep in mind that Matt doesn't just do Kickstarters. They also have a My Mini Factory Tribes worth thinking about. Because if you're already subscribed to me on Patreon for monthly models, you know what you need. More. Always more. Honestly, between me and Matt, you would be beyond covered. Heck yeah. Thank you guys so much for checking out that Kickstarter, and I did not expect 3 people to back it just like that. Makes me very, very, very happy. He's such a good guy too, so I'm very biased. Always more. Yeah. Matt says, you guys are too nice. No, he's great. I think you guys saw, like, when Empress was asking about rendering and stuff, our scene and partly why our vault renders got so much better is because of Matt. Ricky was already learning Blender and he put in the work, yeah, but it was still really nice to actually have a scene to kind of mess with and put all of it together. So you are supporting an artist that, in addition to making great stuff, also isn't gatekeepery at all, which is, who doesn't love that? Oh, also fun fact, I use WordPress because I had a really hard time with Squarespace. I kept raising my prices and it really sucked. And then I was building a website in WordPress is so hard. The long and the short of it is, it turns out that Matt used to build websites in WordPress and they have a theme that they like, and they shared a lifetime license with that theme with me for free. How huge is that? So a big part of why my website functions and why it's actually not a nightmare for me to customize is also because of Matt. So can't stress that enough. Really good guy. That's why you're always going to hear me harp on that. Wow, this character is really coming together. Holy crap. Oh, I forgot about his face scar. Let's go do that. We also need to scoot his hair up a little bit. Yes, just up. And then also down. We need up and down. Can I just stretch it? No, because I like the bang proportions. There. And then I don't really want anything in his eyes. He just doesn't strike me as that kind of broody character to have, like, hair in his eyes. You know what I mean? I feel like it's more of a broody thing. Sounds good, Ian. Enjoy your lurk mode. I know it's IR Sculpt, but you saying IRS is extremely funny to me. Very good stuff. I'm gonna add a seam to this as well. There we go. And now for the scar, which I think is actually going to be a pretty easy time. I'm going to grab my cracks brush, turn off symmetry naturally, increase my lazy radius, and I'm just going to kind of take my time here. Something else is going to help is masking the eyeballs. We don't want any interruption on the eyeballs themselves. And I'm just going to kind of snake in this shape here. I want the brush to have less fall off. It's a little sharper, just like that. And then I'm really gonna need to carve this in so to make sure that paint sticks. All right, let me press. I can really use my pressure sensitivity on my tablet to kind of vary the way. There we go. Kind of snakes right here. I'm not going to really define how it goes behind this brow ridge too much because I don't want to deform that part of the face. And there we are. So you can't see a good chunk of it for all the hair, but we have a good start. And now I can take a smaller brush, kind of have this snake down. Very nice. With these, like, his eyeballs being masked, now I feel like he looks like a tiefling. If anyone could explain to me why it's tiefling instead of tiefling, I would love to know. It is T-I-I. T-I-E. Wow. T-I-E. So it should be Tie. It should be tiefling. I've always heard it said tiefling, so that's what I say, and I played Baldur's Gate, and that's how they say it. But I find it odd. I just can't help but feel like we're pronouncing that wrong. There we go. That is super distinct. That's going to read really, really well, even when it's itty bitty tiny. Yeah. Oh, interesting. I can't help you. In French, that is... Evidence? It's the aftermath of a fight in which he went down 3 times. Oh, interesting. I never have added scars to my characters, even if I fall to like 0. I just try to get my, death saving throws, and I just stress. It's so duh. That makes so much sense to add something, a physical change to your character after that. I am playing a robot right now in Construct, so it's a little harder to do that, but I still could. I'm gonna keep that in mind. That's so cool. Yeah. The campaign was tough for Mallow. Well, I'm glad he stayed a kind soul throughout it. Have you guys ever played a D&D character that like started off good, but by the end of the campaign they were like kind of jaded and evil? I have not. I've always kind of played middle of the road. Why are we not becoming new brush? What are you doing? Why are you not? No. Move topological, select. Thank you. I really want this part of his eye to be baggier. So I'm going to mask his eyeballs, and I'm going to flip it, and I'm going to pull this part of the eye down. Hey, looking pretty good. I like it. I'm gonna take this shirt off of his chest a little bit. I'm also gonna sculpt a little bit more attention to detail here on his collarbones and his pectoral muscles. So for my sculpt, underneath his clothes, Mallow's is absolutely jacked. That's just largely because of the base mesh that I use, but Awesome. Hey, it's Maniac. Hello, hello. It's Tiefling, according to Zell. Is it? Oh, Lazel. Yeah. Tiefling. That's right, that's right. Because Tief is German for deep, low, rhymes with leaf. Oh. Oh, it's like low being, you know, demonic. Oh. I should have known that you would know, just lingual. Gotcha. I thought, I love it. Amazing. I need leaves. I got a palm tree leaf here. It's a little more leaf than I'm wanting. I don't want maple leaves. I do want just leaf. I will use this. You could paint it as feathers or you could paint it as leaves then. I think that's a win-win. Oh, okay, I have it labeled as spiky leaf, so I guess I intended for this to be a leaf. Yeah, I guess it's more leaf than it is feather. But you could paint it either way. There we go. I am going to make this a insert mesh brush because I don't want to have to do this 10 times. And let's make it really thick. Okay, there's this. Create insert mesh. New. Pretty good. Nope. Excellent. Oh, this kept happening where I would create an insert mesh brush and for some reason on stream I could not figure out why it was coming out all skinny. It's just the Z intensity. You just put the Z intensity to 100 and it's normal. I don't know why I was like, I know that, but on stream sometimes I have like half a brain is on chat, half a brain is on the sculpt, so I was just completely spacing it. Anyhow, just want to let you guys know that I have since remembered. Alright. Depth is too low. Come hither. Stop being like that. There we go. Alright, this isn't working. So I will go onto duplicate of this, and there you go. I really want it to be more like that, without having to manually adjust it. But I'm just being picky. If I just lay them on here, it's gonna be really easy to adjust later. Yeah. We have figured it out. I really like these details. This is gonna be nice. Delete this. Wham bam. Oh, that looks fantastic. Big fan. Big fan. Just Lingual says, I indeed like languages. In fact, I just started a side volunteer job teaching English to refugees because I don't speak Kinyarwanda or Swahili, but I speak more than most people in Arizona. That's fair. The default's probably 0, so very cool. Very cool. Well, good. You're doing great. I'm very happy to hear that. Donde trim brush. Trim. I am so glad that we were good for an extra hour because I had so much I wanted to do. What an ornament brush. Let's look at some pictures. Trim brush pictures. How big can I make this? That's not very easy to see, is it? Can you guys see that? No, I'm kidding. I know you can't. I can be smarter than this though if I change to icons. Okay, that's more helpful. I want it more. Usually if I do Command plus, it'll make it bigger, but it's not. Well, it's somewhat hard to see. I'm going to take a screenshot of this and put it in Discord because Cyber, if you don't have a strong preference, no problem. But if you wanted to go shopping, oop, that's just Matt's Kickstarter again, which is great, but I didn't mean to post that again, Discord. This picture, you can tell me which one that you like, or you can ask me to try out a couple, and then I'll throw them on. This is for the cape or the shawl. I don't know. I didn't specify. Sorry. And we can try a few out. Let me know. Just tell me what number it is. So like, I don't need the whole name. Just like whether it's 18 or 9 or whatever. Looking at it, I feel like a good ornament brush for him. I like the braid. This one has like a subtle flower in it, so 39 would be a good one. He's a little more simple, though, you mentioned, not something super ornate. So maybe even 24, just having like a rope. What looks closest to the picture? Got some dots. Probably 56 then, but options. I'll just options. It's always fun to go shopping. All right, we're gonna try 39 and 53. Let's do it. Yeah, I like 39 a lot too. Okay. I knew ZBrush was trying to save, so I was like, we're gonna let ZBrush save so I don't crash my program. Though I love crashing my program. That's something I might do more, is put that, you know, image into Discord, and you guys can like tell me what number. It's a really fun way to have you guys part of the process. Okay. Let me duplicate this back face mask. This is 39, and I'm going to duplicate the cape so we will have both options. It would be about this size, too. Just going to throw this on. That's really satisfying. All right, that is 39. And of course, I can always like move the cape down a little bit so it's not being covered up by the leaves. And your other one you want to try was 53. Well, let's try 53. It's so easy to try out different trim brushes, so I'm more than happy to toss it on. I usually try a couple until I find one that I really like. Duplicate this. All right, now we are trying 53, which is similar but different. Let me increase the intensity a little bit. They all need a little bit of finagling to lay just right. There we go. There we go. I think I like this one a little bit more. So here's 53. And then the other number, which I've immediately forgotten. I don't think this one reads quite as... I mean, honestly, they both work. This one's more subtle, and I could make it a little stronger by just adjusting the intensity too. No joke, will that print? It sure will. This one, I do want to give a better shot by laying on this. I use these ornament brushes all the time. There we go. My go-to, whether or not it's going to print, is eyelash size. Okay, I didn't do a great job on that seam right there, but I can do it again later. There we go. I think that laid on a little more clearly. That's a better representation of how that's going to look. Oof, that's nice. Maybe I like 53 better. Or crap, I already forgot which one's which. We'll say little flower and bigger flower. No. to do the annoying thing. I've got 1,300 balls under my belt. It's gonna print. All right, what? I don't know which one I like more. Cyber, which one do you like? Little flower, big flower, or do you want to try another number? Hesitate a lot. Yeah, right. It's kind of tricky to choose. Paint, where did you find those? On ArtStation, but he's everywhere. Number 8, let's try it. Do-do-do-do. Isn't brush shopping fun? I never get tired of doing this. All right, let's see if number 3 is our winner. Ooh, this one's gonna be really nice. Let me pop up that intensity a little bit. And then, do we have enough resolution? Give me one more. I didn't do a very good transition there. Just know there won't be like funny business like that. I will do a better job. This is just to lay it on there to test it out. Gosh, that's really satisfying. I like how it overlaps in the back. Ah, ooh, I think this is my favorite one. What do we think? Wow. I thought it was too much for Mallow, but his final form after the campaign, and they have the Gratitude of the Queen, so I think this is it. And what's cool is that it's a very small, like, embroidery detail, so it doesn't make him look flashy. I think that would be really perfect for your character. Because it's not like an ornate staff or something, you know what I mean? It's just like this little embroidery detail that's underneath the leaf trim on his shawl. I think that's going to be it. But I'll cycle through them anyway. So we got 1, 2, 3. Again, one more time. Let me zoom in. 1, 2, 3. And I can always make the trim smaller or larger. So if you're like, well, I like 2, but it needs to be bigger, just let me know. Yeah. Yes, with the leaves adjustment. Perfect. So making the leaves a little bit higher. Yeah. Or just not having them cut in. Yeah, a smaller 8, which was... Yeah, let's do it. All right. Let's do it. I'm a huge fan of 8. I think I made it so big on the first one just because I saw how ornate it was and I was like, ooh, I want to make sure not too unclear, but it really worked out. I need to be careful when I drop off. I'll fix that later. Yum. There we go. Oh, that's so it. Just a little bit smaller. Oh, I'm so glad that you kept shopping around. Because it's funny, when you see like the image preview, like you imagine that you know what it looks like, but until you see it on the character, you really don't know. Let me do a little bit of fabric fold goodness right here. Nice. Can I ZBrush? Excuse me. Excuse me. There. That's it. Very nice. Cyber chat approved. Very good. I thought I was gonna like this one more. I was surprised I didn't. I've used all of these on different characters over the years. Wham. That's it. That is so it. Well, oh my gosh, Mallow's looking fantastic. Oh, I'm so glad. We need a little bit more of side hair. There. Before, after. It's crazy how much that helps. All right. Hafling male 40s. Yes. Special bear bond. Necklace. Facial scar. Left arm scar. Yes. Looking at the image, looking at this, I'm not seeing anything huge that we're missing. A lot of it's still going to come to life as it gets posed and sculpted and stuff. I always add more details. But this is a pretty good start. Yeah. Yeah, volume. That's the word I'm looking for. Volume on the hair. Yes, yes. And then here is his staff. I have a pretty similar wooden staff I can use as a starting point. And then we can make it custom for him later. Yeah, this has very similar vibes. I'm gonna grab 2 though. And you let me know which one you would rather me customize. Yes, I actually grabbed 3. Because though this commission is gorgeous, obviously I'm not gonna hold you to it if you wanted to make any changes or be like, I want the staff to look more like this or whatever. Okay. I really like how the top of it splits into different sections. I'm curious what your thoughts are on this one. I'm not saying to make it quite this wobbly and it wouldn't have like the egg or the jewel at the top, but what are your thoughts on these twisted vines? Just kind of curious. Because I can go for more of a twisted vine look and it ended up looking more like wood by the time I was done with it. Kind of messing with it. There we go. There we go. I think I'm going to do a combination of the far left one and the middle one. I'd say middle staff with top egg. The middle one is such a good starting point. Yeah. Good. Absolutely. I don't think we're going to do the gem unless Cyber wants to change it. Agree between left and middle. Oh, okay, cool. I like that one a lot too. Yeah, because the top section. So what I'll do is I'll remove, oh, not like that. I'll grab this section here. Split mouse points. Delete hidden. Take this, close holes. You can tell I've been doing this a while. And I can throw this on top, and then we can start to split apart the branches. All right. Obviously, I'm going to need to thicken these up a lot so they don't look like vines, but rather they look like wood. And by that, I mean like branches. It's going to be a branchier branch. There we go. Reaper is here. Hello, hello. I have arrived. No need for applause. We have an official mod in the chat finally. Huzzah. Technically, I mean, Alo was here briefly. Yeah. It's been a fun stream. It's been a very generous stream. I made a bunch in tips, and then I got a handful of people to back the Forge of Many Things Kickstarter, which just makes me super happy. They deserve it. They worked so hard. All right. All right, we're off to a good start. This will need much more work, but we have a beginning. Cool. Very cool. This has been a good stream. This has been a good welcome back stream. I knew I was going to have fun making this character. And I did. Now, before stream is over, we must discuss Bear. I would like to make a version of Mallow where he is riding the bear as well. I'm going to do them separate too. So like Spirit Bear, Mallow, and then Mallow riding Spirit Bear. Unless you specifically would be like, he would not ride his friend. But I just think it'd be cool. You know, it's like, it never gets old having like a... Mounted minis are so freaking cool, you know? Just Thingle says, I'm back, but I miss. I hear the stream is ending. We are getting to that point, but we are going to decide on bear before then. Traveler says, or... What, we're going to put the bear on Mallow's shoulders? I know Mallow's strong. I don't know if he's that strong. Mallow feeding the bear, sitting on his butt. That would be really cute. I didn't even think about doing like an interactive model where it's more like a diorama piece. That'd be so cute. I would love that. So what's gonna make it a spirit bear? Like, is it gonna be like incorporeal, like incorporeal? Wow, I've never said that word out loud before. I can spell it, but I can't say it. Anyway, like smoky, like wispy? Or am I going to carve runes into his fur? Or is he gonna have like eyeballs and antlers? I don't think we were necessarily thinking this when we thought spirit bear, but we have options. Give the bear a fish. Fish! Not to be confused with feet. Oh man, some of these are so good. Gosh. I do like something nature-y. Cyber says, I don't really know what to expect. He used to change his form to a bear and meet a bear in the forest, but never ride it. That makes sense. It wasn't like a combat sort of thing. How weird do you want to get with it? Because we can do like forest spirit bear that's like it's a forest. Or we can just do like it's a bear. You know, the wispy bear. I did a fox elemental that might shed some light on like what I mean by like vibes. I think I made this a Firefox, which is very funny because it's an internet browser. But anywho, I can show you an example of what I mean by like wispies. If this is the model I'm remembering. I've sculpted so many models at this point. Here's all my foxes. Yeah, so like, this is just like majestic fox. This could even be a spirit fox because it's like, it's so detailed and pretty and it's kind of pushing the bounds of what a fox is proportionally. And then I have like fire, wispy fox. So spirit bear could have, this is what I mean by like wispies. Could be painted as fire, could be painted as smoke, could be painted as a lot of different things. Yeah. More Ko-Fi! Are we doing a chaos wheel at the end here to disfigure Mallow after he's done so well for so long? Thank you, Cyber. I appreciate it. A little $5 tip of nice work. Thank you. I'm very proud of it too. It's coming out really nice. More like Spirit Bear. Yeah, there's a Rune Bear in Discord. I like this a lot too. Elden Ring. Let me update that total too. Bam. It's like with the runes on its chest. Big fan of that. We are slightly past our goal. Goodness gracious. Depends on how Cyber views it. Picture looks like it might be smoky astral projection behind him, sort of rising. Yeah, I could see that too. The spirit, like in the picture of Mallow, never existed in this form in the campaign, but it's a very cool representation of Mallow and his affinity. Yeah, like this. That is really cool. Okay. Smoke Bear. So more on the magic side. That'd be really cool. How would I do that? Yeah, Reaper, you're famous. You're killing it on Reddit. Seriously, that's a really good way to springboard into commissions. I know you're not looking for that right now, but if you don't already have your bio described on Reddit on like, hey, commissions or Ko-Fi or whatever, I recommend that you do that. Also, don't stop posting on that subreddit. That's like literally how I built my business, was in a very, very similar way. So good job, girl. As for the mini, I would say you're the artist. Yeah, I get you. You're like, go do a cool thing. If they were a wetlands druid, would they be called Marshmallow? That's so stupid. I like it though. Ruins on Hind Legs is a classic. It is. We are done with coffee. Just not a simple bear mini. Yeah, I hear ya. Spirit bear. Oh no, options. I love options. So we're not going to do eyeball bear. We're not going to do any of that. We're going to do wisp. Oh, I love this. It's like in a little salmon tornado. It's so cute. How about a combo? Little ruin, little smoky wisp. That's what I'm thinking. Got options. You could add something reusable. You could add smoke effects. You can change the size and add it to any four-legged creature. That's kind of what I'm leaning towards, but it'll complement the pose. Because I don't know if I have just like a bear. When I tell y'all, I think I use my website more than anybody else does, just because I use it so much. Because I'm like, I don't know what I've made. Okay, I typed in bear. I don't know why bearded dragon. Oh, bearded dragon. Whatever. Look at this old bear. Oh, this old bear is not good. But I know it's fine. It's fine. But I have new bears. This is my old bear. He's so goofy. This is for my first Kickstarter ever. I sculpted those. And then I have newer bear, which is just slightly better. They're both great though. We are not mean to old art versions of ourselves. It's hard not to be. But anyway, so I have angry bear and I have lumpy bear. I have polar bear? Question mark? Ah, yes, I have a polar bear with like, this is like basically the polar bear with a Coke bottle. They gave it a mug instead. This one's also really goofy looking. Blast. This one I like a lot though. Also, shout out to my bear ranger. I freaking love this model. Why? He is so charismatic. I still can't believe how good this model came out. Anyway, bears. I don't want it to look so angry. So I don't really have like a whimsical spirit bear or anything even close. Taxidermy bear. Yeah. The classic Pomeranian frill. On Google, there was a black and white picture with a collar on the left, or on Pinterest. This one? This one. I have since fuddled around and missed it. If you could screenshot it and put it in Discord, I would be so grateful. Oh, you put some. And yeah, here we go. This is more so what I'm trying to find. Like I really like this image that Cyber shared. This one. But it's not going to look any different sculpted really. It just have like noise on it. But I can pull these wisps off of it. I like the pose on this though. It's much more calm. And if I do want to have a mounted version of Mallow, I can do that. Yeah. Number 7, could you, if we're jumping point to repose it. Number 7, I'm assuming from here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, 7 got me. This one. I don't think this is what you're talking about. It's very cute. Unless we're talking 7. This one? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ah, right, with the sitting pose. That model is so lumpy and cursed. I'd have to do a lot of resculpting. Yeah, on your site. I was slow, but I got there. I want a bear like this. I'm just gonna make a really pretty bear. Okay. Okay. I think I need a bear that's not trying to eat somebody. I'm just gonna make a really gorgeous bear. And I'm probably gonna carve in some runes on its shoulders. And maybe I'll weave in some, like subtle, like a few branches, maybe like some mushrooms. Yeah. Yeah. The druid could be on one knee, tracking something on the ground with the bear standing around him. Yeah, that'd be pretty awesome. He's not really gonna ride this bear. You're right, that's not really what he would do. I like the idea of the forest one. Sick. That's what I'm leaning towards. So I'm gonna have like some wispy vibe to it, but then we're gonna have some sort of collar of the forest deal going on. It's gonna be forest spirit bear. Yeah. It could be a fun bonus stream day of redoing an old model with new skills. That's what we're doing. All right, next Thursday, we're doing a bonus stream, and it will be for this forest bear spirit. And we'll do a before and after of my other bear that's on all fours. Yeah? It's a date. What date is that? I will also be streaming next Tuesday and Wednesday anyway. So August 6th, we're gonna do a bonus stream, and it's going to be a forest spirit bear, and we will just let our heart sing on whatever that's gonna end up being. All right. Next Thursday, August 6th. So tomorrow? No, I'm streaming. I'm streaming. I am... Why? I am volunteering. So this will be his friendo, coming in at some point. Let's put this over here. Almost forgot to take a screenshot. All right, it is screenshot time. Let me move this. Me acting like I'm 1,000. I hope you smiled. All right, I took the picture. Bam. Picture taken. You were volunteering to stream. No. I only volunteer twice a year. So, Hafling. Strem. Nice. You mentioned you won't be home. You'll be at your grandma's, but you'll be there. That works. That works, that works. He looks awesome, and it's just gonna get better. I find when a model looks good already, when it hasn't been fully detailed, and it's still T-pose, and it still has like some energy behind it, it's a really good sign. So I'm pretty excited. I never get tired of seeing it go, oh, that's a real pen. Ah, let's not ruin my tablet. Of seeing it go from here to this feller, it just never gets old. I really enjoy that. Traveler said, oh yeah, Mia, I heard you were looking for more games to play. Have you looked at Everything is Crab? No, I cannot. I have not. Everything is Crab. Oh my god. The Animal Evolution roguelite. Say less, I'm already sold. Alright, so what exactly? Oh, how funny. Okay. Is this referring back to... Okay, I'm gonna butcher this. Just Lingual, if you're still here. I think you left, but I can't remember. Help me out if you know what I'm trying to say. When given the option for animals to like develop and better fit their environment, it tends to come back to the answer is crab over and over again. Like that seems to be the ocean's answer is crabs are like the perfect answer to survival. So I wonder if that's why that was like the seed of what started this game. It's everything is crab because it all comes back to crabs. It's awesome. Spore. Yeah, pretty much. This is really charming, the art style they picked for this. Yeah, so... And then it actually changes the appearance of your little dude. Oh, that's so fun. Is it on Mac too? No, it's fine. I play on both. Where is sign in to add to your wish list? Excuse me. Log into Steam. I'll do that after, actually. Or you know, I'll do it on my phone. My open too many things on my computer, sometimes it decides it's too much. And I actually have Steam on my phone for once. Everything is crab. Bam, wishlisted. Sweet. Thank you. There we go, fancy word for what I'm trying to describe. So there is a word for it. Carcinization? Carcinization is a natural process of convergent evolution where unrelated non-crab crustaceans independently evolve into a crab-like body. Yeah, that's what... Yes. Everything is crab. Convergent evolution was what I was trying to say. Just very poorly. Heck yeah. Mecha Chameleon today. I don't even own the game, surprisingly. I've been playing I recently bought Crimson Desert, actually. It's pretty much just like a solo MMO, as if you don't know what that is. Everyone knows what that game is. I'm really enjoying it. The story is hot trash, which I knew it would be. I didn't really care. It reminds me so much of Red Dead, where I just pick a location and on the way I get interrupted a bunch, which is my favorite. So I've just been really enjoying the exploration in that game. So good vibe. Very good vibe. All right. Mecha Chameleon on the tablet would go crazy. I feel like that's cheating. Yeah, I wonder if I could play it on my tablet. That would be insane. I mean, it's not really just about painting skills necessarily. Yeah, I could in 4 hours, but that's 4 hours from now. That is like a different dimension for me at this point. Nice cheat. I know, it would feel like cheating. Well, I think that's it. So this stream done, and then we have a bonus stream planned. What else do I need? Cyber didn't have a specific pose that he was wanting. I do think that him sitting on a tree stump, like pretty much this pose, but instead of his butt being so low, high butt, you know what I'm trying to say. So his hand be higher up on the staff and like this very casual, I like the idea of trying to pose this mini so it looks like he's about to tell a story, you know, or share information. I don't want to give him like the holding a staff and like hand on hip pose. I just don't want to do that for him. I want something different. And I don't think he would be looking out. And I don't think he would be looking. What do I do with this other arm? Because he's going to have one arm on the staff. I don't know. I'll figure it out. Elden Ring never. Otaka cries in the distance. Yeah, that makes sense, just lingual. I agree with that. That's like using a tablet to play Scriblio. It would be. Yeah, on a tree stump with feet not touching the ground. Oh, I was still gonna have his feet on the ground, but not touching the ground makes so much more sense, and then I wouldn't have to worry about him being so tiny. Also, when I make halflings like in a seated position, anything other than standing, I can get away with making them a little bit bigger. I can increase their size by like 1 to 1.5 millimeters. It just makes them a little easier to paint, but the scale doesn't look busted. Yeah. He is retired now. Yeah, tree stump, feet not touching the ground. Let me put that in my Milanote. Bam. And then that gives me an excuse to actually sculpt a nice tree stump for once. Maybe gripping onto the strap of his satchel. Kind of like this. Or this. This. I don't mind that. He doesn't care. We'll see. We got options. We got options. I'm back streaming again, so this will be nice. Yeah. What's my outro? Thank you guys for being here. This is super fun. Thank you to Cyberchat for being beyond generous. Thank you to Traveler for buying an extra hour in the first place. We are beyond funded for our next bonus stream, which will be on August 6th. For the foreseeable future, I will be streaming every Tuesday and Wednesday, 1 p.m. at the latest, as early as 11 a.m. So it's like a 3-hour window of start time. Default stream length is 2 hours. Yeah. If you're not supporting me on Patreon, now is a great time to sign up for that, because if you sign up today, you get the monthly pack, which is Clockwork Conspiracy, and you get August, which is just a super good deal. Because once you pay, you have it for the whole month. So you're going to go straight into the next month. I think pretty much every single person watching is already supporting me on Patreon, which you guys are great. But I say the things. Yeah, that's it. Thank you for supporting Matt as well, the Forge of Many Things. He's fantastic. He deserves the support. Oh, we have a Kickstarter running. Ah, yes, our business. Thank you, Ricky. Our Kickstarter ends in a week or two. If you're already supporting on Patreon, it's the same models, but here's the big catch. You can buy a perpetual merchant license if you back the Kickstarter. So 6 months of work over 100 minis. You would only have to sell like 5 minis to break even, and then you'd have your whole lifetime to sell more, and then just from there it's pure profit. So, stonks. Kickstarter. Ah, yes. Business. Yeah, Traveler's like old news. I've been there. Yeah, I know. I guess if you're not interested in the merchant license, but you want a one-click download for 6 months worth of work, that could also be worth it. So there you go. Yes, starting next week, Tuesday, oh my God. Starting next week, every Tuesday, Wednesday, there will be a stream. Whether I am on Patreon or YouTube or maybe even Twitch, who knows? But I'll tell you in Discord. Just click on the link and you will be there. Very good stuff. Great picture of Mia on the newest Kickstarter update. What picture? That's a funny, specific thing to say. But you're my husband. You think every picture of me is a nice picture, right? Me being like, what picture? Because when my husband says a great picture, it makes me concerned. That can mean more than one thing. Oh, it's my before and after. Wow, I was so baby. I mean, I don't look that different, but that's when I first started. It's one of my first models ever was that cockatrice. Oh, bless my poor hair. I didn't know I had curly hair at this point, so it was just kind of like a big poof. It's okay. We were learning. That's crazy. Well, there you go. There's baby Mia. And then, God, look how pale I mean, I'm still very pale, but like, I actually see the outdoors now every now and then, so neat. Gosh, I look so much happier. Not that I wasn't happy in 2019, but even my hair is like a totally different color. That's crazy. Huh. I've come so far. I knew the stress behind that picture in 2019. I remember taking that picture. I hated taking pictures, and I always felt kind of stiff about it, so it was kind of like there's a little bit of clenching going on, but in this one I just look so... This is nice. Thank you, Ricky. Yes, this is very nice. Aw, Ricky, you're cute. You are glowing. Mr. Feet has spoken. Aw, you guys are sweet. Okay. I think that's a great note to end on. You guys are great. I will see you next Tuesday around noonish Eastern time. Yes. Have a fantastic rest of your weekend. And I'm so excited to stream and see y'all again real soon.